you. They need to get back up to that pace here. First and goal from the 10-yard line. Davis bouncing it to the outside, and he's going to walk into the end zone untouched, and just like that, 4 plays, 4 runs, all carries for Marquise Davis, a guy who ran for 333 yards last week and 4 touchdowns. Did not have a big first half. It was quiet, and he shows up on the first drive right when the Tigers need him, 10-6.
You know, he gets that edge. There's no one that can catch him. There needs to be someone right in front of him if they want any hopes.
This week's Key On Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Sipes Roofing Solutions. Built on trust and based on experience, Sipes Roofing is the top roofing company in all of Ohio. From reliability to fair pricing, Sipes Roofing needs to be your first and only call for all your roofing needs. Visit them today at sipesroofing.com. The Cement Mason Local 404 Union. Whether you're an experienced journeyman or an apprentice, their doors are open for you to join the union. Current and future demand for skilled craftsmen necessitates an apprenticeship program that takes into consideration practices of one of the world's oldest trades, along with instruction in new techniques, applications, technologies, and materials. The Local 404 Cement Masons Joint Apprenticeship Training Program supports a world-class curriculum of instruction and on-the-job training for more than 40 apprentices annually. Union Cement Mason skills are honed with the most comprehensive apprenticeship training program in the industry. Chatty's Pizzeria. In the heart of Bay Village at 28611 Lake Road, this incredible pizzeria offers a full menu of food and drinks. They have everything from a casual dining experience to the romantic setting of a long-awaited date night. Their food is made on the spot with fresh ingredients and classic recipes that the entire family will enjoy. From a cozy spot in the igloo to the party room, everyone will be taken care of. Call 440-471-4485 or email info@Chatty's Pizzeria for reservations. Rookie's Sports Bar and Grill, your one stop for all things food and fun with a variety of cold drinks as well. They have fun and games, great people, great laughs, and great times. They feature the largest selection of dartboards and pool tables you'll find on the west side. From warm food to cold beer, they have you covered from start to finish. Check them out today at 6913 West 130th Street in Parma Heights. They are right in the heart of town. You'll walk away satisfied at Rookies as they hit a home run every time. Upstream Therapeutics. In traditional healthcare, not enough time is spent understanding and exploring your own personal blueprint for functioning. At Upstream Therapeutics, they start with the source, your genetics, to inform a personalized plan for care that will heal your mental and physical health and prevent future illness. Call 216-377-2888 to get started on how to get your own nutrigenomic blueprint. Brian Stang of Helene Kia. Don't miss the boat when it comes to shopping for your next vehicle. Brian Stang, the Kia water skier at Helene Kia in North Olmsted, is ready to help. Brian is a third-generation car guy with over 25 years of experience and knows how to make the car buying process smoother than water in a no-wake zone. With more than 500 new and certified pre-owned cars to choose from, Brian can help you find the right car for your needs, style, and budget. Call Brian Stang, the Kia water skier at Helene Kia, 440-777-1475. And to all you student athletes, coaches, families, and fans, good luck this season and have fun cheering on your favorite team.
Hurt in a car crash or another accident? The insurance company has lawyers working to pay you less. Ryan Injury Attorneys fight for injured people and their families across Northeast Ohio. Born and raised on Cleveland's west side, their attorneys bring more than 60 years of combined experience to your case, and they are your hometown injury law firm. Call Ryan Injury Attorneys today at 216-777-RYAN for a free, no-hassle consultation. That's 216-777-RYAN, or visit them on web at RyanLLP.com. Home Point Real Estate. Call or text Basil Buer at 216-548-8370 to learn more about how you can find your dream home. Home Point is an independent real estate agency serving the Cleveland area, guiding you to buy and sell with confidence.
I'm just not the Live from Avon Lake Memorial Stadium in beautiful Avon Lake, Ohio, it is week 1 of the Keon Sports High School Football Game of the Week. That's right, folks. Football is back. I'm Brandon Soder. Alongside me is Dom Clary. Behind the camera is Brandon Marvel. You'll be hearing from him shortly. And we've got an exciting matchup for you, folks. An opener that we've seen for several years now, but Keon Sports is back covering it as the Strongsville Mustangs travel in to take on the Avon Lake Shoremen. It is the pregame show brought to you by the Cement Mason Local 404 Union. And before we start getting into these teams and how they kind of match up, Dom, welcome back, man. How you feeling?
I'm excited once again to be joined alongside you. We talk all year how excited we are that the season's going to start, and then we're upset that the season starts because it goes by so quick. And it feels like that anticipation goes by so quick. It's a sunny day. It's a good day. A little hot. We might see some cramping here today, and the sun is in our eyes. It's going to be a hot one, a scorcher here in Avon Lake, but we have one team that's looking to redeem itself after a brutal playoff loss to a team that they thought that they should beat, and an Avon Lake team that didn't even make the playoffs. This is a team that really wants to come back and come back with force, and the seniors, well, they want to change their fortunes.
And we're going to start right there, actually, with the Avon Lake Shoremen. Again, 3-7 last year. Don't let that record fool you, though. They had 4 games decided by 1 possession, including this opener against Strongsville, an absolute barn burner, 42-41. Not a score you expect from an Avon Lake team, typically known for their defense. So again, record maybe not reflective of the talent on the team, but what are going to be the keys of the game? Brought to you by Catalyst Clean Out and Junk Removal. For the Shoremen, how do they bounce back strong in 26?
Yeah, this is a team that's going to need a little bit more fire. I know you just named that what that offense did last year against Strongsville, but offense is a little bit more consistent, be a little bit better throwing the ball, more consistent runs on a basis that is more consistent with their passing. Their defense needs to be more up front, strong, and this is a good way to start this offensive line. Well, they only lost 1 guy, and now they want to prove, hey, that offensive line wasn't built on just 1 guy. This is a full unit. They want to run the ball. And the quarterback they want to protect, Dawson Tenbrink. He's a junior. He's looking to make an impact. I know he's probably nervous here today starting, I believe, for the first time. Interested to see what this young man can do and how he can lead his Shoremen to a victory. And this is a group, well, they want to start anew. And they don't want to end up like last year, 3-7. It's devastating when you're that group that lets the tradition down to the school. Well, they don't want to do that. Today's a new day for the Shoremen, and they want to start off strong. Control the offensive front and have a consistent game when it comes to your passing and your running.
All right, we're going to go ahead and toss it over to Brandon Marvel for the first time this year. He was able to catch up with Avon Lake head coach Matt Kostelnick. Brandon, take it away.
Here with Avon Lake Shoremen head coach Matt Kostelnick. Coach, week 1 is here, man. Are you excited?
I'm really excited. Yeah, we're ready to go right now. Excited to get out here and see what we got, what we're bringing to the table. I think we had some good scrimmages, but now we got to make it translate to the field.
So we're here in week 1. What is the key for your guys today to kind of set the tone for the season?
Well, I mean, one, we got to play physical on both sides of the ball. We got to come off the ball on offense. We got to reset the line of scrimmage on defense. They have a really good run game, and everything tends to go through their run game. So we got to bottle that up, force them in uncomfortable situations, and then take advantage of them when we get there. And on offense, we got to take our easy wins, get their front 7 to kind of spread out a little bit, and then start running the ball effectively.
Now, last season did not show how talented of a team you were record-wise, 3-7, but 4 of those losses coming by 1 possession. What's the key this season to flip that script and get you guys back on the winning track?
Well, we can't average 3.5 turnovers a game. That's got to be priority number 1 is taking care of the football. Priority number 2 is just stepping up in the moment, understanding where we're at and what we need to get done, and then we got to go out and execute. We had a handful of plays last year that we were there, we just didn't finish, and this year we got to finish.
Great, thank you very much, Coach, and good luck to you.
Thanks, man.
All right, thank you, Brandon, and to Coach Kostelnick. Now let's switch over to the Strongsville Mustangs. A great season last year, 8-3, a couple strong seasons in a row. However, as you alluded to, Dom, a first-round playoff exit against a Medina team that was really retooling, kind of snuck into the playoffs there. So if you're the Mustangs, you know you've got the talent, you had the record last year, but again, keys to the game for them today against the Shoremen, brought to you by Catalyst Clean Outs and Junk Removal.
Yeah, this is a team that really wants to dominate you up front. It's a physical team, and that's their culture. You have a coaching group that has NFL experience, and they understand what it takes up front, in the trenches. This was a team last year that was brutal, and we saw them last year against Brunswick, how physical they were and how stifling they were in the rush attack on defense. This is a team expecting them to be big, expecting them to be strong, and that's what they have to do against a strong offensive line unit for Avon Lake. Expect them to run the ball and expect them to stack that box and make sure Avon Lake has nowhere to go.
All right, thank you, Dom. We'll toss it over to Brandon Marvel one more time as he caught up with Strongsville head coach Jason Trusnick.
Here with head coach Jason Trusnick of the Strongsville Mustang. Coach, we're here. Week 1 is finally back. New football season. How are you guys feeling coming into today?
Feel great, man. These are the nights that you wait for. You know, you put in all this off-season work, weight room, on the field, practice, training camp, and now to be out here for game 1, man, can't be more excited and happy to see these guys play tonight.
And last year didn't end exactly the way you guys wanted to. How do you guys bounce back from that and set the tone for the season starting tonight?
I mean, honestly, it's closing a chapter. I mean, that season's over. That group's gone. This is a brand new team. We got brand new goals and moving forward. So this is our new chapter and our new team, and we're going to find out tonight.
And obviously you guys have a strong run game. What is that going to do for you guys tonight and throughout the season? And how's the defense going to couple with that as well?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, offense does a great job in the run game, starting up front with the O-line and things like that. So I look forward to seeing all sides run pass and find out what they can do tonight.
Great. Congratulations. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate you.
Good luck.
All right, thank you to Brandon Marvel and Coach Trusnick. That's going to wrap it up, folks. This has been the Cement Mason Local 404 Union pregame show. We're just moments away from kickoff, the Keon Sports High School Football Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
Some type of rule out here if they're going to pass it, but there is an overhang on the right. They need to be careful.
Roxandich, the keeper, up the middle, keeps the legs churning, and he fought for that football. It was nearly ripped out of his hands by the edge rusher there. That was defensive end number 53, Rodney Harris, who nearly ripped that out of the arms of Roxandich, and Roxandich said, nope, give me that. I'm holding on to this. And reaches that arm towards the plane, broke it, and it's a touchdown and now a lead for the Blue Devils.
Woo, I got chills here. Cool. This is a huge crowd here for Brunswick here tonight. And Roxandich gave them something to cheer for. Going in, a lot of people doubted Brunswick. It's an early lead. They have to stay consistent. Anytime this Cleveland Heights team has their talented players, their smart players on the field, they have a chance to win the game. They need to be a little bit more. The adrenaline stops you. They need to get back up to that pace here.
First and goal from the 10-yard line. Davis bouncing it to the outside, and he's going to walk into the end zone untouched, and just like that. 4 plays, 4 runs, all carries for Marquise Davis, a guy who ran for 333 yards last week and 4 touchdowns. Did not have a big first half. It was quiet, and he shows up on the first drive right when the Tigers need him, 10-6.
You know, he gets that edge. There's no one that can catch him. There needs to be someone right in front of him if they want any hopes of stopping Marquise Davis. He has that.
If you're Cleveland Heights, you can use Brunswick's game against them. Still 8 minutes to go, but continue to run the ball, run the clock, and you have an opportunity for a fresh set of downs before making it into the end zone.
Davis slipping through a couple tacklers, keeps the legs churning. Nobody could bring him down. Was touched back around the 8-yard line and just kept dragging defenders. And that's why he's the type of running back prospect we've been. Happened to the green wave on the other end. Here an option. This one going to be a pitch to the outside. Got a block and going to step into the end zone right around the corner. Nice blocking there by the wide receiver, setting that edge and giving some room for number 30, Andre Jenkins, the sophomore, to make his way into the end zone untouched. And also credit to Elijah Gray on that pitch, well timed on the driving once again, looking to get their first win of the season and break that 9-game win streak for Holy Name dating back to 2013. But right now, Holy Name, they need to get a stop here. I know it's early in this game, but things are trending the way of Normandy. And a lot of it's because of Elijah Gray, the quarterback, trying to make a man miss an open field. He does. Past the 15-yard line, slips past the tackler, cuts inside, and he's going to barrel his way into the end zone. I'll tell you what's more slippery than that football tonight, and that is the quarterback, Elijah Gray. Nobody can bring that man down.
And welcome on in, folks. Just moments away From kickoff here at Avon Lake Memorial High School, it's the Keon Sports High School Football Game of the Week for Week 1. Strongsville Mustangs traveling into Avon Lake to take on the Shoremen. It is Strongsville who will receive the opening kickoff in their all-white uniforms. And the hosts, Avon Lake, in their classic burgundy and yellow tops, white bottoms. Kyle Anderson handling kickoff duties today for Avon Lake. It's been a long off season, ladies and gentlemen, but we are mere seconds away, and we're back. Kick is up and deep, going to be caught on the far side of the field and nearly muffed but picked up. Returners got it, but brought down at the 5-yard line. Huge special teams play for the Shoremen to kick things off.
It's all about special teams when it comes to week 1. We saw last year a lot of blunders on week 1 between North Ridgeville and North Olmsted. No different at the start of this game for Strongsville, but Avon Lake starting off strong off the starting blocks. Let's see what this defense has to offer, and let's see if the Strongsville offense can recover after that near blunder.
Mason Brown with the tackle. And quickly, folks, the weather forecast for today's game brought to you by Catalyst Cleanouts and Junk Removal. As Dom mentioned earlier, it's hot, so expect some cramping, but it is nice, sunny, beautiful, not a cloud in the sky. But let's get it going. 1st and 10 from the 6-yard line. Strongsville led by senior quarterback Jack Kasner. Pistol formation. Takes it. Handoff, moving up the near side of the field, brought down after a very short gain. We'll see Katalinski taking the initial carry. So again, Austin Tatalinski and then senior Kendrick Brody, the two-headed monster in the backfield here for the Mustangs. Brody, the bell cow back for several years now, hurt last year. The Tatalinski made the most of his starting opportunity, rushing over 1,000 yards last season. Mustangs happy to have them both now on the squad. 2nd and 8, and looks like somebody jumped. First flag of the season.
We'll see a lot of that here in week 1. Last year we saw it. Year prior you see it. Every single year, week 1, you'll see those little mistakes that by mid-season you're not going to see.
It is week 1 for everyone, as we joke. Still 2nd down, though. 5-yard gain for Strongsville.
So you got 4 down linemen. You're going to have 2 linebackers in the box, 1 slightly off, but that is a 4-3. You have 2 linebackers now outside of the box, so almost looks like a 4-1 with a safety creeping in.
Avon nearly jumping again. Kasner going to play action, has to evade pressure, throws it deep up the middle, open receiver. He's got him, 2 men in pursuit and brought down. But a massive play action pass from Kasner, and the Mustangs are rolling.
Now, we didn't see Kasner last year in the games we covered for Strongsville due to injury, but that is an incredible, impressive throw. He had a Shoreman defensive lineman wrapped around him, and he still heaved that ball 30-plus yards downfield right into the arms of his wide-open receiver.
Miles DeCirio on that reception. 1st and 10 from the 30. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Kasner going to hand it off. Again, working that strong side and nowhere to go. Avon Lake snuffs that one out immediately. That was Mitchell Streeter on the tackle there. Again, the strong side of the defensive line here showing up big so far.
In the way he's lining up, the way Streeter's lining up is interesting to me, right? Usually when you have a 4-2 or a 4-3, you have that middle linebacker kind of shift to your strong side, right? That Mike linebacker shifts left and right. He's dead centers. He directs his defense. And then you have those other 2 linebackers kind of going all over the place. This is a 4-2 under right now.
2nd and 10, going to be a pass. Time to throw. Upside left of the field. Open receiver, but overthrows his man. There's a little bit too much on that one. Kasner still trying to shake the opening game adrenaline. It'll be 3rd down and 10 now for the Mustangs.
So let's have a little defensive class right now when it comes to formations, right? So you have your 4-2, 4-3. It's kind of the same thing. It depends if that linebacker's in the box. For this purpose, we'll call it a 4-3, right? There's 2 versions of the 4-3 that you can run. The 4-3 over, traditional, 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. A 4 under, it's the same thing, but that outside linebacker, that strong linebacker, he'll creep up on the line, almost looks like an edge rusher.
as he does start to creep up, just like you say. Shift in formation for the Mustangs. Going to throw again. Plenty of time to throw this time. Near side of the field, covered well and incomplete. So we'll see what Strongsville decides to do here, but the Avon Lake defense bending and not breaking. Does look like we're going to get special teams out on the field for the Mustangs. See, it's pretty far for a field goal attempt, but they are going to go for it, it looks like.
Looks like they're going for a field goal here.
Vinny Roncone, the kicker, senior.
47 yards, Brandon.
47-yard field goal attempt in the opener to put Strongsville on the board. It is up, and it is good. My goodness. He had an extra 10 yards on that, Dom.
Well, that would have been good from 48, Brandon.
Wow. All right. So Roncone putting the Mustangs up on the board. 9:40 to go here in quarter number one. Strongsville now leading 3-0. Avon Lake will get their shot here in just a second. Folks, just a reminder, all turnovers and penalties are brought to you by Stevens Tax Service. No one wants penalties at tax time, so turn over your taxes and financial needs to Stevens Tax Service. Tom has been in business for over 15 years and will make sure that you don't fumble your finances. You can learn more at StevensTaxService.com. That's Stevens with a PH, TaxService.com, or give them a call at 440-331-8989 to get help with all your tax and notarization needs.
And now, despite giving up the long field goal, Avon Lake's defense did really well there. Strongsville last year especially known for their strong and powerful run game. They stymied that run game in this first drive, did not give anything more than 2 yards on a single run.
Again, other than that one big pass, the defense was swarming. Again, maybe back to more of what we were used to from Avon Lake in seasons past. This game was an absolute shootout last season.
Yeah, and you mentioned in the pregame, they're so used to making the playoffs year in and year out. Last year was the first season since 2017-18 season where they failed to make the postseason. So this is a team, like you said, is so used to being in the playoffs, so used to playing some extra football here in Northeast Ohio, but last year couldn't get it done, and they're looking to flip the script here this year.
Nolan Walsh, the sole man back to receive the kick for Avon Lake. These teams have played the last 5 season openers against each other. This is the 6th. Avon Lake owns the record in that series. They've won 4-1. However, that one came last year. Again, the 42-41 victory for Strongsville. Deep boot. It's going to be all the way back in the end zone, and we're going to get a touchback. And we'll see the Shoremen offense take the field for the first time, led by junior quarterback Dawson Tenbrink. Got some action last year as a sophomore. So coming back out for another year. Decent season last year, hoping to obviously improve on that, both as a team and an individual. Also of note, talked about him pregame, Chris Galding, the sophomore wide receiver, 6'2", 205, already receiving offers in his sophomore season. Look to him to be a major part of this offense today.
And you can tell from down here, it's a big frame. They're going to look for him all night.
Usually a pretty good game plan to throw it to the 6'2" guy. I'll just say that. I'm no
think.
offensive coordinator. Here we go, though, folks. 1st and 10 now from the 20-yard line. 2 receivers going to go out far, 2 to the near side. Tenbrink in the shotgun. Settles, calls for it. Quick throw, wide receiver screen, takes it, runs up, out about the 25-yard line. So a good, easy completion to get things going. Guess what? Chris Galding on the reception.
Yeah, nice little hitch. Went out, turned, faced the defender, and then went out to the boundary. Was able to gain about 5 yards there. Smart play there by the wide receiver.
And I believe I referred to that as a screen. Again, it's week 1 for everybody. So 1 receiver now all the way out to the far side. 2 bunched up close, tight end on the field. Shotgun formation again for Tenbrink. Shifts the tight end. This time, going to be a play-action handoff, but immediately facing pressure and brought down in the backfield. Strongsville not fooled by that one for a second.
Good pursuit there by the defense in the backfield. It took not one, not two, not three, about 4 or 5 guys to bring down Tenbrink, but they were able to bring him down. Now we're going to see about a 3rd and 7. Let's see what kind of play call we see here by Avon Lake. The play action, a little fancy, didn't work. It kind of looked like a midline read there, just made the wrong read. And on a blitz, there's not really a right one.
Looks like Andrew Cox, the one in there making the tackle. Clock ticking now, 3rd and 7. Tenbrink calls for it, going to throw again, this time deep down the far side of the field, has a receiver, caught it! Held onto it as he went down, and another massive pass play in this one. We might be in for another shootout. Jacob Perry hauling that one in for the Shoremen.
It was an incredible catch and toss by the 2 Shoremen right there. See him streaking down the sideline, put it right where only he could catch it, right in the breadbasket, and a great catch to haul that in and finishing the catch as well, going to the ground.
Beautiful display of passing, and Avon Lake, we're seeing not afraid to toss the rock here early. 1st and 10 now from Strongsville's 41. They're going to spread it out once more. One back in the backfield with Tenbrink. Takes it. We're going to get a whistle, though, before this play gets going. Flag in the backfield. Looks like it's going to go against the Shoremen. Yeah, I got a false start. 2nd penalty today on Avon Lake. So that's going to back them up. 1st and 15 now. And we reset. This time, pistol formation. 2 receivers out far, 2 near.
You only have 1 safety up right now.
Let's see if Tenbrink takes advantage. They're going to fake the handoff. Tenbrink's going to keep it himself. He's got the original line of scrimmage and some. Tenbrink's got some wheels on him there, able to take advantage of the defense looking for the pass once again. So they're going to eat up some of that yardage they lost on the penalty. Bring it down to 2nd and 5. Shoremen keep rolling. Evan Garule makes his way out onto the field for the Shoremen for the first time today. Senior wide receiver. 1 receiver out to the right. 3 left. Single back in the backfield. Tenbrink going to throw it, this time up the middle and off the hands of his receiver. He's going to want that one back. Make a little bit of an awkward move to come back for it. Mason Brown, the intended receiver for the Shoremen.
Yeah, that ball came out quick. He was at the very start of that curl route. When he curled in, that ball was a little bit behind him. He was able to get in front of it, but not able to get his hands out quick enough to haul it in. Again, should have been a catch, and as Lentz 1 said, if it touches your hands, you should catch the ball. Not the case there. I don't know if I necessarily always agree with that comment, but it was made by the great Lentz 1.
And there's our first Steelers reference of the year, brought to you by Dom Clary. We are selling that segment for sponsorship, so if anybody would like, contact Vince McKee. 3rd and 5 from the 36. This time they're going to fake the handoff again. Tenbrink, though, immediately met with pressure up the middle, goes nowhere, actually loses a yard on the quarterback keeper.
That was Darvell Penson right there. He was the one that cleaned up the first sack. And that number 7, that was worn by Storm Miller last year, who's now at Texas A&M, a great linebacker for Strongsville for the 4 years that he was a Mustang. And Darvell Penson early on in this game, making that number 7 proud.
Looks like the offense going to stay back out there as Tenbrink makes his way back out onto the field. 4th and 6 from Strongsville's 37-yard line. Tenbrink, he's got it, looking to throw again. Far sideline, up and caught! Are they saying he stayed in? No, he's out of bounds. Makes the catch over his defender, but cannot keep both feet in. Turnover on downs. Strongsville ball.
That one was intended for Jacob Perry. He caught the ball, and he made the great effort to try to get the 2 feet down, but just too far towards the sideline and couldn't get him in. But, man, what a great effort by the Shoremen.
And the offense was rolling, stalled out there. Credit to Strongsville, especially in the run game. Really stuffing things for Avon Lake. get to see a running back touch the ball for the Shoremen.
Oh, Brandon, here we go. We got a tight end on the left. We have a fullback in there, the power eye. This is how football was meant to be played, my friend.
6:31 to go. 1st and 10 from their own 37. Gonna hand off straight up the gut. Picks up a couple yards on a cloud of dust. Oh, it looks like we do have another penalty on the field, though. We'll see what direction that goes. Is this also against Avon Lake? Yes, it is. So the 3rd penalty of the day now for the Shoremen. Coach Kostelnick not going to be thrilled about these, especially early in this game. Strongsville, a very good team, playoff team last year, as we mentioned. Fully expect to be back there this year as well. 1st and 5 now from the 42. Power eye once more. Going to be a handoff. This time working to the strong side. Breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet. Cuts back inside, brought down, but the ball's out. Avon Lake has it. Whoa, and never mind. They're going to call him down. That looked like Tadalinsky coughed up the ball. So a good break there for the Mustangs. Good run by Tadalinsky, who's getting the lion's share of the carries early in this game.
You know, we have a new camera now, so you're able to see a little bit better. We're not able to go back, but viewers, replay that for us. Let us know what you think. Your opinion matters here. We got to know, was he down? Can you see his knee down before the ball was out? That's the question.
Strongsville now in Shoremen territory, 1st and 10. And this time we're going to fake the handoff, looking to throw deep down the field, wide open receiver, and off his fingertips. Jack Kasner, just a little too much on that one. 3rd time, though, today, a wide receiver has broken free for the Mustangs.
So that fullback they have in there, number 63, is Jawad Muhammad. He appears that he's leaving early. I want you guys to watch that. You have that TV right in your face, Marvel. Like, it's literally like, I don't even know how you're seeing the field right now. But it looks like Jawad Muhammad is leaving early. Watch here, my friends, and see if that's the case, or if I'm making things up. Looks like he's getting a little bit of a head start, and they're letting him get away with it.
2nd and 10 now. Kasner, handoff this time, again up the gut. Avon Lake staying stout in the middle, only allowing a couple yards there before the play is blown dead. Austin Tadalinsky not wanting to go down, but got to call that eventually.
He definitely gets going before everybody else, but you could see the swing of the center's arm to snap the ball to the quarterback, and he's the first one that could see it. He's got the best view of it. So I think it may just be that, but I wasn't really paying that close attention to him on prior snaps. So,
well, that when they called that penalty on Avon Lake, I actually thought it was on Muhammad.
3rd and 8 now. Back to shotgun formation. Rolling out, throws it now. Open receiver down right at that 1st down marker. And that's going to be a new set of downs now for the Mustangs. Jack Kasner right on target with the throw on the run.
How far was that throw, Brandon? Did you say the change moved before I could calculate it?
It's about 10 yards.
And that's a flood concept there. You had the flat low, about a 10-yard out. You have a streak up on the left side, and you have a crossing route coming from the right side, a low crossing route.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Strongsville keeps moving. Tadalinsky shifts to the left side. It'll be a handoff to him. He has a little bit of room to work with this time as he weaves through the middle. We'll pick up about 7 yards on the carry. Well, just a quick reminder, we got a lot of hardware to give away at the end of the show, so whether you are watching on YouTube, on Facebook, NFHS, wherever it might be, we are going to announce at the end of the game an offensive and defensive player of the game. We have a lineman of the game this year, brought to you by Pope Fitness, which I know Dom's really excited about. And then for the first time as well, we have a play of the game. So if there's a play that stands out to you folks, brought to you by Pink Aqua Power Wash, let us know in the comments any kind of help we can get with that. We want to honor the people. We want to give you guys what you want.
Yeah, we read your comments, so put them down. We'll consider them.
Clock keeps going. 2nd and 3. Play action pass. Throw over to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Again, right on the money from Jack Kasner. Mustangs take an early 9-point lead pending an extra point. And far side of the field, we're going to try to find out who hauled that one in. But these receivers so far having their way with the Avon Lake secondary.
Whoever that receiver was, that was a great catch. He had to jump up a little bit for that ball with his back turned to the back of the end zone. He landed a little bit hard on his back, so it took a second to get up. But great catch, held on to it, extending Strongsville's lead.
Ron Cohn getting ready for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good.
Braden Alford was the one that came down with that ball.
Thank you, Dom. Great play by Alford. Great pass by Kasner. 3 minutes, 28 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. It has been all Mustangs as they lead this one 10-0. Shoremen turning the ball over on downs. Their last trip out. Trying to put up points of their own.
And I want to highlight that play right before the touchdown pass as well. Tedelinsky got the ball again, as he should get a lot of carries in this one as last season as a freshman. Put on an absolutely incredible performance for the Mustangs, but he was very patient at the line of scrimmage. He was waiting for the holes to open. He wasn't just bursting through nothing. He was waiting for a hole to open up, it appeared to him, and he went through the hole that he found. He got picked up 6-7 yards on that play, set up that touchdown pass to Alfred. Mustangs extend their lead to 10-0.
And this is a reminder, folks, albeit a very quick one. That trip to the red zone was brought to you by the Kelly McLean Achievement Center. Appreciate having K-Mac back, multiple year sponsor with Keon Sports. So thank you, Kelly.
And they provide a good service. If you're an athlete looking to go to the next level, they can help you academically get prepared for the testing so you can get where you want to go.
Nolan Walsh back again for Avon Lake to receive. Yeah, we know Roncone has the leg to put this through the back of the end zone if he wants. Kick is up and away. This time it will be, once again, fielded in the end zone. Bob a little bit, but no harm, no foul. Shoremen are going to start on their own 20-yard line. Folks, make sure you are checking out KeonSports.com tonight. You know, a lot of games kicked off yesterday, including an absolute thriller between Avon and St. Ignatius. You can go read the recap on that one on the Keon Sports website. And of course, tonight, as games start to wrap up, we have writers all over Northeast Ohio and beyond covering games this evening. So chances are, if it's a Northeast Ohio team, we've got an article up and ready for you. So KeonSports.com. And appreciate you folks joining us for the first broadcast of the year. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Tim Brink going to hand it off this time. The running back absolutely nowhere to go. That tackle's made by about, feels like 13 Mustangs there. Loses 4 yards on the play. That was Drake Rudnicki on the carry.
Yeah, Rudnicki got the ball and immediately had nowhere to go. This offensive line is struggling on the run. They've been good in pass pro, but right now they need to get the run game together. Look for Jack Rowe. He's a senior offensive lineman, 6'3", 260 pounds. He's that left guard wearing 77. They need him to lead this group and get a push up front. He's the big man for him.
2nd and 14 now. We're going to throw it. Ten Brink. Quick route over to the near side. Wide receiver rather. Goes out of bounds after a short game. That was Andrew Good there on the reception. They'll get back a little bit past the original line of scrimmage. Still going to be 3rd and long, though, for Avon Lake.
You know, an offensive line it can be good. Sometimes only in one aspect, right? When I was in college, we were a really good run blocking team, but boy, we were abysmal when it come to protecting the quarterback in the pass pro. This is the opposite, it seems like, for Avon Lake. Really good pass pro, that communicate well. That zone side, they do a good job of switching off assignments, and that man side, will they get locked on? Let's see if they can get any better on the run as this game continues.
3rd and 7. Ten Brink facing pressure right away. Gets the ball out. Tight window off the hands of Luke Gilha. That's going to be 4th down. Punting unit making its way out for Avon Lake.
Looked like George Mazurnik, number 4, the linebacker, got his hand on that ball as well as it was coming toward the Shoreman receiver. Great pass breakup right there.
Last year's problem still look to be plaguing Avon Lake. Not able to balance each other out. We talked about having some consistency between the pass and the run. Hasn't been there so far. We've had a few runs, or one run for positive. Everything else has been behind the line of scrimmage. That was almost blocked.
Punt is off, though, going to take a Strongsville bounce as they're going to get to start on the Shoremen side of the field. What would you say, about 5 yards out of field goal range for the Mustangs?
I mean, yeah.
And we have a penalty. Sounds like it's going to, yeah, running into the kicker. That's going to go against Strongsville. Let's see, are we getting a re-kick?
I would definitely do a
Believe we are.
re-kick.
Yep. So let's try that again.
Yeah, so remember, that's running into the kicker, right? So that means, you know, you didn't really knock into him. You just bumped him a little bit. But if you tackled him, well, that's a different offense there. And that would give Avon Lake the ball. But since it's just running into the kicker, still going to be a punt here. And they're a lot closer to the chains.
So let's see now. It'll be 4th and 2. Maybe something to think about, but punting unit still out there. 3 blockers in there in front of the punter. And they will punt it away. Again, a player nearly in there to block it, though. This time will be fielded at about the 45 and immediately brought down. Didn't call for the fair catch. And credit to the Shoremen for taking advantage of that. Thomas Rodkey, the senior, in on the tackle. And a 5-yard penalty, but takes up about 20 yards of field position for Avon Lake. So now Strongsville starting on their own side of the field. 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Bailed out there. I mean, this could be what the defense needs to get a little bit of momentum here. Let's see if they can get a stop. They're very close to it on that first possession. A little bit of yards, but it's the explosive pass plays. The secondary is getting torched, but that front 7 is holding strong to give up some running yards there in that power I. Let's see if they can hold it this time. But yeah, you have Muhammad back out there, so you're going to see a big man with his hand in the dirt at the fullback spot and a fullback in as well, or tight end in as well.
It's tough because you have to respect the run game from Strongsville. But they can take you over the top as well. 1st and 10 from the 39. It's going to be a run straight up the middle for a gain of 6. Who we got there? Trying to check the rusher on that one. Tom, did you catch the rusher on that one? I apologize.
I believe it is still number 30.
Austin Tadalinsky.
Believe so.
2nd and 3 now. Under 2 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Handoff and immediately brought down that time. Really nowhere to go. Dom, I see exactly what you're saying, though. It feels like
I was wrong. That's number 10.
Oh, number 10 in there. So that is backup quarterback Nick Caracellia. We saw him in some action last year in the Battle of Boston Road for Strongsville.
Just want to give a quick shout out to Chris Alicia on that play. Shot around the edge and got right to Caracellia behind the line of scrimmage. Very small loss for the Mustangs, but now a 3rd and medium where it's going to open up the playbook a little bit more.
3rd and 3. Can Avon Lake get a much needed stop? Going to be a pass up the middle of the field, complete. 1st down. It's going to be brought back, but it looks like forward progress will be enough to move the chains. So the Mustangs will continue this drive. Chains starting to move now. Under 1 minute to go here in quarter number 1. Avon Lake with a stop on the first drive. They have struggled since. The passing game of Strongsville has been able to do what they want thus far. 1st and 10 now from right at midfield. Kasner is going to hand it off. Back's going up the far side and brought down at the line of scrimmage. Casarelia once again. Again, Avon Lake doing a great job for the most part, keying in on the run, but they're overselling it. So as soon as they hit him with the pass, it seems like that's where you can kind of take advantage.
And that last pass to pick up that first down by Strongsville was one of the most probably underrated plays in my opinion. Just a pass play, 5-yard route, stop at the sticks, just get what you need. Don't do anything too crazy. Obviously, if you have a deep shot, take it, but nothing too fancy there. Just get your first down and get a new set.
And that is going to do it, folks, for quarter number 1. You're listening and watching the Keon Sports High School Football Game of the Week. Strongsville 10, Avon Lake nothing. We'll be right back.
This week's Keon Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Frankie's Italian Cuisine. Looking for a place to enjoy a post-game meal? Love Italian food? Frankie's Italian Cuisine has you covered from meatball to lasagna. Visit them tonight at 4641 Great Northern Boulevard in North Olmsted and taste the 50-plus years of legacy for yourself. Dave's Golden Shear Barbershop. Dave's Golden Shear Barbershop has been your trusted barber for nearly a century of great haircuts. With affordable prices and excellent customer service, there's no better place to get your cut. It is located at 26915 Center Ridge Road in Westlake.
Some type of rule out here if they're going to pass it, but there is an overhang on the right. They need to be careful.
Brock Sandage, the keeper, up the middle, keeps the legs churning.
Welcome back, folks. Start of quarter number 2 here in Avon Lake. It's the Keon Sports High School Football Game of the Week for Week 1, the opener. Avon Lake hosting Strongsville. Strongsville with the ball and the lead. 2nd and 10 now from the 50. Kasner takes it. Gonna hand it off again. Stuffed at the line as they try to run the ball there once again with Caracellia. Nowhere to go. Gonna be another 3rd and long for Strongsville. They've converted a few of these tonight. Avon Lake desperately looking for a stop to give their offense a chance to get back out there.
And this is where this passing attack has been good. They've been able to get behind the secondary fairly quickly in the route tree.
3rd and 10, obvious pass situation. Avon Lake showing pressure. They back off, though. Quarterback has some time, clean pocket, throws it, but underthrown off the ground. And you would think Strongsville's going to punt this one away. We'll see what they decide. Special teams unit is making their way out. Huge stop there by the Shoremen defense. They needed it. Don't want to let this one slip out of their grasp. Their offense has had some explosiveness to it, just haven't been able to get a consistent drive going as of yet. Mustangs getting ready to boot this one away. Nolan Walsh once again back to receive. Snap back, ball is up. And it's going to be a little bit shorter, going to bounce around the 30. Now takes a Strongsville roll. Going to stop at about the 17-yard lines where they're going to down that. A decent starting field position for the Shoremen. Dawson Tenbrink and crew will try to get things going. They had a little bit of success throwing the ball, running the ball not so much. It's been a little bit of a slog to kind of get that going.
Yeah, you know, they want to get Tenbrink involved, so they have these long developing run plays involving Tenbrink at that quarterback spot, and a lot of that has to do with misdirection, fake handoffs. I think some of them might be mid-lane options, but he hasn't given it up yet, so it's hard to tell. But this defense for Strongsville, their linebacker core, their job is pursuit, and they've done that well. And the defensive line is getting a push, but, I mean, the pass rush isn't getting there. Throw the ball. Let Tenbrink do what he does best. Buy time in the backfield, but more importantly, throw the ball deep.
1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Tight end in motion. High snap, but brought down. Going to be thrown up the middle. Receiver stumbling from the beginning, looking for a flag there. Feels like he was tripped up. Mason Brown was the intended target.
Yeah, 2 players getting tied up. in the middle of a route isn't anything. That's nothing there. As much as you want it to be sometimes when you're rooting for the offensive team or on the offensive team, but right there, it's a no call. Just got caught up trying to make a play, both of them.
I apologize, Luke. Gliha, the intended target there. 2nd and 10 now from the 17. Avon Lake trying to get something going. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Tenbrink has some time to throw, now facing pressure, gets it out, just tries to get it to the running back and nearly intercepted by the Mustangs. Off the hands of the running back and nearly into the palms of Nathan Rodak, just couldn't hold on to it.
That was Galding that he was trying to throw the ball to. He was running in the flats there.
Again, awkward catch there from Galding. Tenbrink facing pressure, just had to get the ball out. Rodak nearly coming up with a play on it, but it's 3rd and 10 from the 17. Balanced receiver core this time, 2 and 2. 1 back in the backfield, shotgun formation. Tenbrink has it. Edges coming, steps up in the pocket, now going to take off and run. Makes 1 cut, makes a man miss, but brought down right near the first down marker. Was that enough? Strongsville was celebrating, but yep, Avon Lake will move the chains. Great heads-up play there by Tenbrink, picking up the first down for Avon Lake.
Great job by Tenbrink. Didn't see anything open downfield. Pocket starts to collapse, so he steps up in the pocket, sees wide open grass, and gets enough for that first down.
1st and 10 now from the 28-yard line.
Ace formation here, 2 tight ends, 12 personnel in the pistol.
And they will run it this time. And again, absolutely nowhere to go. Rudnicki again with the carry, senior running back. Avon Lake still struggling to get anything going on the ground unless the ball's in the hands of the quarterback.
In high school, we loved running ace formation. We always had really good tight ends. We'd always have a really good senior and a really good freshman, added a nice mix. And instead of being in the pistol, we would be in the single back, like the offense of old. Worked out well for us, but not for the Shoremen here. And they're going to try it again here in 12 personnel in the pistol.
2nd and 9 now, 1-yard gain on that last play. Tenbrink going to throw this time, has to get it out quick. Receiver open, though, on the right side. Weaving his way, knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Mason Ambrose getting it done on both sides of the ball. Already receiving D1 offers as a linebacker. We see him there as a tight end, hauling that one in, providing a much-needed spark for this Shoremen offense.
And this is an Avon Lake team that lost a very talented receiver last year in Aiden Stewart. Graduated, was a senior last year. And my question was who was going to kind of step up. And we see it's kind of receiver by committee, and they're all have been making good plays tonight.
Another run up the gut for a gain of 1, maybe 2 for the Shoremen. George Majernik in on the tackle for Strongsville. Yeah, they'll call that a gain of 1, 8:45 to go here in the first half. Folks, make sure you stick around for the Cement Mason Local 404 Union halftime show with our very own Dom Clary. He's going to take you all around the world of Northeast Ohio high school football, get you some score updates, let you know what's going on in other games in the area. 2nd and 9, Tenbrink, high snap, brings it down, quick throw up the middle, and just a little bit too high. Intended for Ambrose once again. It's a little bit off target there. Be 3rd and 9 now for Avon Lake. Still only a 10-point game. Avon Lake can at least find a way to squeak out 3 on this drive. It would go a long way. Their defense has shown that they can hold. 3rd and 9 from the Strongsville 42. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Tenbrink, gonna throw, has time, up the middle, into coverage, and off the hands of the defensive back. Dangerous throw there from Tenbrink. George Majernik nearly hauling that one in, and that's gonna be 4th down, and we'll see the punt team for the Shoremen.
Yeah, and they're hoping to pin Strongsville here, get a stop and get positive field position. They don't mind this decision. Maybe if they were a little bit, maybe 5-10 yards further down the field in Strongsville's territory, I'd say go for it. But if you think you have a chance to pin them, pin them.
Kyle Anderson is going to punt this one away for the Shoremen. Receives it. Deep, booming punt, going to be caught right around the 10. Returner again did not call for a fair catch. Tried to make his way up the middle, gains a couple before getting brought down. Colin Tobias, the returner on that one for Strongsville, is they're going to be pinned relatively deep in their own territory. They still hold a 10-point lead over Avon Lake. 8:09 to go here in the first half.
2 notes here. Tune into the Inside Edge Network tonight.
Yes.
I'll be on at 11:40 tonight. A late night for me. We're going to talk about this game and what's going on next week, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But you can check out the post of our schedule on all our socials at Key on Sports. If you're on Twitter, or X, I should say, it's Sports Key 1. Everywhere else, just Key on Sports. So make sure to tune in the Inside Edge Network. But we have an update in a game with an interesting storyline. North Royalton has a new coach this year. The old coach, well, it's at Valley Forge. Guess who North Royalton is playing today in a sellout capacity crowd at North Royalton?
Wow.
It is 13-0 right now as the Bears, right? Or are they the Golden Bears?
No, the Bears. You got it.
Well, the
They
Bears.
are purple, Dom.
Well, they're also gold. I actually have North Royalton gold soccer shorts. Don't ask me why. And so I was a little confused there. But scores 13-0. Thank you to Jake Mantle for the update there. He's our correspondent for the day.
The Bears leading that one?
The Bears are leading.
Wow. We have North Royalton later on in the year, folks, by the way. So if you happen to be a fan of the Bears or the Medina Battling Bees, it's going to be week 8. We'll have Vince McKee on the call for that one. 1st and 10 now from the 14. Be a hand up off to the right side again. Nowhere to go. Second verse, same as the first. That was Marcos Finks that time making the tackle for the Shoremen.
Looks like Tadalinsky's back in there, running back for the Mustangs, as he got a drive off last drive with Casarelia doing the running duties last drive.
And again, the only drive they've stalled out so far. Tadalinsky, a crucial component to this offense. Loss of 2, though, on that play. 2nd and 12. Quarterback has it. Hard throw, right side. Receiver's got it. Fights his way to the sticks, plus a couple. First down there for Strongsville. We'll try to grab the receiver for you guys there. Either way, first down for Strongsville. Jack Kasner.
Omer Kolek with the catch.
Thank
Ready
you.
for it.
Kolek calling that one in. 1st and 10 from the 24. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 out right. Kasner has it, going to throw again. Has time up the middle of the field. Caught, dives forward right at the sticks. From here, it looks like he's got it. And they're going to go ahead and move the sticks. So another first down for Strongsville.
And coming into this game, you definitely thought, or I definitely thought at least, that the run game was going to be more of a focus and have a lot more success in the pass game, but it's been exactly the opposite. They've had a couple good runs on the ground, but nothing really consistent. But this pass game has been what's giving the Mustangs the plus plays.
1st and 10 now, play action, deep pass up the middle of the field. Dangerous position. 2 defensive backs back there nearly make a play on it, but they'll live to fight another day. Will Strongsville.
Nearly an announcer's jinx on that one.
Nearly. Surely.
Nolan Walsh on the initial breakup there for Avon Lake.
You know, in college football at BW, we had really good defense, and one thing that our defense always started off with was station drills, and one of them was the tip drill. Right there, the tip drill could have been useful and could have seen an interception by Golding if he turned a little quicker.
2nd and 10, run right up the middle, grown man football for a gain of about 8. Austin Tadalinsky willing his way forward there.
he just finds a lane when he needs one, right? Leans his head forward a little bit, puts his arm out behind his offensive line, guides them, pushes them, shoves them, finds a hole. Almost like Le'Veon Bell back in the day for the Steelers, where he's always trying to find a lane, slowly but surely, then boom, bursts through the hole. He's fun to watch.
I'm gonna say from up here, he looked like an offensive lineman running the ball. 3rd and 2. Gonna be a throw this time. Pump fakes it, still trying to find a target. Facing pressure, brought down at the 40. Huge sack for the Shoremen defense. 4th down, Strongsville.
That was number 18, Matt Malich on the sack. Big play for the Shoremen defensively. Coming up with now back-to-back defensive stops. Now let's hope we can see their offense catch a little bit more of a rhythm. That first drive is the most rhythm we've seen, and that came off a big pass play down the sideline from Tenbrink to Jacob Perry, but nothing much other than that. So let's see if they could get into more of a rhythm here.
Punt is up and away, going to be fielded about the 25. Tries to take off with it and manages to squeak about 5 more yards out of that despite getting met immediately, although we got a flag on the field now. We'll see what that is.
Late one, it looks like he's motioning as a face mask towards Strongsville, which is going to be a big break for the Shoremen, get them in great field position.
Offense will take any break it can get. Defense, though, has started to come alive now for Avon Lake after a couple early defensive gaps, specifically in the secondary. They're able to bear down a little bit. That was a coverage sack legitimately on that last play. I mean, we've seen Kastner get the ball out quick over and over again. That time, first time, he really had to hold on to the ball, had nowhere to go, and finally gave that Avon Lake line enough time to kind of push back and grab him. So credit to the Shoremen defensive backs. And now we're going to go ahead and move that original line of scrimmage after the penalty. And yeah, this is going to be almost at midfield now, about the 45-yard line the Shoremen are going to get to start at. 5 minutes, 17 seconds to work with before the end of the first half.
I'd take a shot here.
Why not?
They're not going to. They're an ace, but I would 100% take a shot here.
1st and 10 now from the 45. Tenbrink going to throw right away. Looking deep down the field, but brought down before he's got the opportunity. Levi Howard, the linebacker for Strongsville. Looks like we do have an injured Avon Lake Shoreman, so they're going to tend to him, folks. We're going to cut to a break, but we will be back in just a moment.
Some type of rule out here if they're going to pass it, but there is an overhang on the right. They need to be careful.
Roxandich, the keeper, up the middle, keeps the legs churning, and he fought for that football. It was nearly ripped out of his hands by the edge rusher there. That was defensive end number 53, Rodney Harris, who nearly ripped that out of the arms of Roxandich, and Roxandich said, nope, give me that. I'm holding on to this, and reaches that arm towards the plane, broke it, and that's a touchdown and now a lead for the Blue Devils.
Woo, I got chills here, Cole. This is a huge crowd here for Brunswick here tonight, and Roxandich gave them something to cheer for. Going in, a lot of people doubted Brunswick. It's an early lead. They have to stay consistent. Anytime this Cleveland Heights.
And welcome back in, folks. So, some good news there. That was Andrew Laser who went down, but we just saw him sprint off the field under his own power. Looks like he might have tweaked his ankle. We'll obviously see if we can get some kind of update on that injury later on, but he's up, he's in good spirits and off under his own power. Senior offensive lineman for Avon Lake. Also, while we were away, they announced a 10-yard holding penalty against the Mustangs, so now Avon Lake will have a fresh set of downs in Strongsville territory. They've gotten here a couple times tonight, haven't really been able to capitalize on it. 1st and 10 now for the 45. Clock continues to roll under 5 minutes. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. A little bit of room to work with this time as the back picks up about 5 yards.
It's been the best run play they've had all night so far, and if you're Avon Lake, you really got to take advantage of these missed opportunities by Strongsville. Original line of scrimmage after the punt was the 30. And then after 2 penalties, it marched at 25 more yards down the field. So you really got to take advantage if you're the Shoremen.
Rudnicki on the run there as the clock continues to roll. Avon Lake taking their time. 2nd and 5 now. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, tight end on the left side. 1 back in the backfield. Tenbrink calls for it. Gonna fake the handoff, but he's hit. The ball's out. Strongsville's on top of it. I think at least. It bounced around a little bit. Nobody wanted to claim that. And it looks like, yes, the Mustangs will come away with it. There's a little bit of a Butterfinger drill there. Tried for the play action, but the Mustangs absolutely not fooled. Blow that play up in the backfield. And now the momentum shifts back to the Mustangs.
Yeah, that left side of the offensive line folded quick. They've had some issues the last few plays, and it showed there. Your left side has to be your strongest side when it comes to the passing attack. Because I'll tell you what, Tenbrink did not see it coming, or else he would have ducked covered and try to get out of there and protect the ball while doing so. Not able to when it's coming from your blind side, and the power eyes back in action for the Stangs.
1st and 10 now from the 47. Last couple offensive drives stalled out for Strongsville. Stom mentioned power eye, both receivers to the left side. It will be a handoff. Running back up the strong side.
Another switch at running back.
Back to Caracellia now.
It seems like they're going to be splitting duty quite a bit. Haven't seen Kendrick Bodie tonight.
Overheard that he may not be ready to go today, and that looks to be the case.
All right, so hopefully we'll see Kendrick Bodie later in the year. And actually, speaking of folks, if you are Strongsville fans, we have Strongsville on the schedule 3 times. So plenty of opportunities. We've got them hosting Mentor, and then we also have the Battle of Boston Road in week 10.
Again.
Yes, had that last year as well. 2nd and 6. Gonna be a run again up the strong side, all the way to the outside. Tried to find an opening, brought down before he's able to reach that 1st down marker. So it's gonna be 3rd and short.
Kind of just want to go back to that Avon Lake fumble real quick. Before the game, when I was talking to head coach Matt Kostelnik, he said the big thing with last year, how they were 3-17, and with 4 one-possession games they lost, he said one of those big issues was they averaged 3.5 turnovers per game as an offense. We see the first one for them here this year. Hopefully that's the only one we see from them, and hopefully throughout the season they can make sure that doesn't happen anymore.
3rd and 2 for the Mustangs. You run right up the middle, 1st down plus a couple. Caracellia again on the carry. We'll move the chains and it'll stop the clock. 2 minutes, 49 seconds to go. Timeouts starting to become a factor. Both teams still have all 3 left. So keep that in mind. Clock starts rolling again. 1st and 10 from the 34. Mustangs stay in the power eye. Backs are set. This time, quarterback gonna fake the throw, has plenty of time, or fake the handoff rather, got the throw off, brought down right around the 15-yard line. Plenty of space to operate there as Avon Lake bit on the fake. Colin Tobias on the reception.
Yeah, that was a boot there on the play action. Faked it to the right. Everyone sold the offensive line, abandoned the quarterback. It was a true boot. Usually you have your left tackle there stick around or do a loop where he goes to the right, takes a step up, loops around, and protects his quarterback from the backside. They didn't do it there. Left them all alone and trusted the play action would do its job, and it did. Rolled out, had a man all by himself right in front of him.
Just for the 2nd time tonight, we're in the red zone, which is brought to you by the Kelly McLean Achievement Center. 1st and 10, handoff up the middle, backs in untouched. Touchdown, Strongsville. Nick Caracellia. Splitting the carries tonight, makes the most of his opportunity. 16-0 in favor of Strongsville.
And that was a hole is there immediately type run. He saw the hole, he hit it, and there was no catching him on his way into the end zone.
And really the first time today we've seen that kind of lapse in the Avon Lake defense. They've really been able to stop the run, especially up the middle of the field. But that time, Caracellia had the whole world in front of him. Vinny Roncone going to attempt the extra point now for Strongsville, hoping to make this a 17-0 lead. And we do have a timeout for Strongsville, so this is a good time to remind you folks, half is almost over. Make sure you stick around for the Cement Mason Local 404 halftime show with our very own Dom Clary, who will take you all around the world of Northeast Ohio high school football. He gave you a little tidbit earlier with that North Royalton and Valley Forge game. He'll have plenty more scores for you, a lot of big matchups. And of course, if there are any yesterday that you're interested in catching, especially that Avon St. Ignatius matchup, go to keonsports.com, check out our recaps there. And then make sure you're checking later tonight as well. As the articles start flowing in, we have the largest coverage team here in Northeast Ohio and beyond, actually. From what I understand, we have interns in Texas, North Carolina. We're all over the map this year, boys. But if you're listening to this, you're more than likely a Cleveland, Northeast Ohio high school football fan. So we got you covered, folks. So let's try it for real this time. Extra point attempt by Vinny Roncone. Saw him make about a 47-yard field goal earlier today. Roncone ready. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. He nearly boots that one out of Avon Lake Memorial Stadium. Minute 49 to go here in the first half. The Avon Lake Shoremen, they've got some work to do. They are trailing the visiting Strongsville Mustangs 17-0.
You know, there's a call. I don't remember who the announcer was. It may have been Brett Musburger back in the day when he was still calling games. This was around 2009, 2010. No, it was 2009. I remember the year. Pitt was taking on Notre Dame, and Dion Lewis, who was a freshman at the time, broke for a big touchdown against Notre Dame. Notre Dame was struggling, barely ranked at the time. And when he broke loose, the announcer said, I believe it was Brett Musburger, said, "The long knives are out for Charlie Weiss and the Fighting Irish." And that's what I'm thinking of right now for the Shoremen. The long knives are out. Is they're down early, big early, 17-0. They're going to need to move quick. The defense has done its job routinely, but it has not been their fault. As well, they were given sudden change and not a lot of time to adjust. Now the offense has to carry their weight. As the pass pro was good for the offensive line starting out. Now it's struggled. They're putting Ten Brink under a lot of pressure, and the run game is not supplying. So what do you do now? Where do you go? Early in the season, you're down. You're trying to recover from last year, right? Even though you lost to the Mustangs last year, it looked promising, putting up all those points. But now you got to find a way. How do you recover? How strong are you? How malleable are you? Right now the Shoremen are about to find out with 1:49 here left in the first half.
Roncone ready to boot this one away. Nolan Wash back to receive the kick for Avon Lake. And he's going to grab it right in front of the end zone. He's going to field it, working his way up the right side of the field. Makes a couple man miss, still up on his feet, and not brought down till about the 33-yard line. Good return there from Nolan Walsh. Let's see if that sparks this Avon Lake offense. They got a minute 43 and 3 timeouts to work with.
Yeah, that's about a 32-yard return there for Walsh and the Shoremen. But let's see what they could do here. Minute 43 left. All 3 timeouts. They can make it, put a drive together, at least get some points on the board heading into halftime as they deferred the coin toss so they get the first kickoff of the second half.
So real opportunity to flip the momentum if they can take advantage.
Say it, Marvel.
Got a chance to double dip here, Don.
There it is. 1st and 10 now from the 39. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Ten Brink takes it. He's going to look to throw. Left side of the field. Has an open receiver at the first down mark. Brought down after a gain of 12. Good start here for the Shoremen as that'll move the chains and stop the clock.
The pass pro's back to what it was earlier in the game. Let's see if they can keep it up. Good out route there and good catch there by Mason Brown, the senior, finding space. Ten Brink, well, he threw that on a rope in the only spot it could be caught. Let's see if they keep going back to the well. Keep going to those out routes. They're going to be open till they're not. And when they're not, that streak will be open right down the sideline.
1st and 10 now from the 45. High snap, but brought down. He's going to keep it, fake the handoff, and again, Strongsville not fooled. Absolutely no time to work on the play action. Avon Lake going to burn one of their timeouts to reset. We've seen that play a couple times where Tenbrink tries to fake that handoff, and Strongsville's having none of it. He has no time to operate.
You want the stats on that?
Go for it.
-2 yards, -1 yard, -5 yards. That play has caused more issues than it has solved right now, and I'm sure later in the year when they figure out what's going on, it will be better. And now I don't know if he's making the wrong read, if there is a read, or the blocking assignments are
On
off.
that
It's
last
one of the
I'm
two.
not sure he had time either way. Even if he would have handed that off, it looked like the back was going to get blown up.
Well, in that situation, it could have been a read, right? But his eyes weren't there. So either he's not making that read or it's not a read play. And it's hard to tell when it's blown up like that. And he's kept it every time. So out of the 3 times they ran it and the 3 times they lost yards on it, it alludes to me that it's a keep every time, not a give. He's not given the option.
Either way, this front 7 of the Mustangs making things very difficult, picking up where they left off from last season. 2nd and 15 from their own, it's like 40-yard line. Tenbrink. He takes it, gonna look to throw, pressure up the middle, throws it, caught, complete, just short of the first down marker. That was number 8, Mason Ambrose on the reception. He's made a couple nice catches up the middle to help move this offense along. Tenbrink now resetting everything. 3rd and 2. Now on Strongsville side of the field, gonna throw again. Quick pass to the left side, deflected. Nowhere to go there. Number 7 in on the deflection, Darvell Penson for Strongsville.
He's had himself a game here today. Early in the game on that first drive, made himself known, making himself known again with that pass deflection right at the line of scrimmage. Great job by Darvell.
Now we got a decision to make here if you're Avon Lake. It's going to be 4th and 2. You're just inside Strongsville territory. There's a minute left on the clock. Strongsville still has 2 timeouts. So you do risk giving that offense another opportunity.
Sure. On that last play, by the way, it was a 40s passing scheme where you had the whole offense shifts, and that running back was supposed to pick that up and did not.
Tenbrink, pressure right away, gets it off, and that is complete. Somehow got that ball out and out to Chris Galding. First down, Avon Lake, the Shoremen stay alive. Clock continues to run. I don't know if they ever stopped it.
They never stopped it. That clock has been rolling since the last play.
1st and 10, Tenbrink, pressure up the left side, stays in though, throws it, nearly picked off. Right into the hands of a defender. Not seeing the field well there as they tried to get things going quick. Now a chance to settle down if you're Avon Lake. Still 39 seconds to operate. 2 timeouts in the back pocket.
That last play, that was a heck of a catch by Chris Galding, and a lot of traffic right there. Got up, got his hands on the ball, and came down with it to give Avon Lake that first down. Got 39-yard line now with just 39 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Again, to garner the attention he did, even with Aiden Stewart last year, already getting offers as a sophomore. 2nd and 10 now. Tenbrink throws it left side again in the coverage, and this time it's picked off. And this is gonna go back for 6. Touchdown, Strongsville.
And that was a one-handed interception by, I believe, George Mazurnik.
We've called Mazurnik a few times tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. That's our leading candidate for the Pink Aqua Power Wash play of the game. My goodness, just when it looked like Avon Lake might be putting something together, Strongsville with an absolute dagger, 23-0 pending the extra point.
And that throw was a little bit behind the intended receiver, but that is just an incredible play by Mazurnik right there. He stuck out his right arm, it looking like obviously just to deflect the ball, but he got enough of his hand on it where he was able to corral it against his body and then take off down the sideline. And from there it was a foot race, and nobody could beat him.
Roncone ready for the extra point. Snap is out, ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. 26 seconds to go. And how quickly things change. Avon Lake had the ball, down 17-0, hoping to score, get the ball back at half, and put this into a one-possession contest, but instead, the pick 6 by Mazurnik has us at a 24-0 ball game in favor of Strongsville.
Yeah, we talked about that out route, and it was close that first time of a Mustang getting a hand on it when Avon Lake got that first down, but not that time. George Majernik got in front of it and had space, was almost brought down and pulled out of bounds, but no, sir, kept going for 69 yards to the house.
Special teams will make their way on the field for both squads. Nolan Walsh again will receive for the Shoremen. Again, luckily just a couple more plays until we reach halftime. Make sure you stick around. We're going to have the Cement Mason Local 404 halftime show with Dom Clary. Get you nice and updated. No reason to leave the broadcast. We'll get you all the scoring updates you need from week 1 of Ohio high school football. Ready to boot this one away. Ball is back deep. Again, right at the line. Returner's got it. Stumbles forward down at the 25-yard line. Again, Ron Cohn, we've sang his praises a few times, but he's done a great job placing that ball right at the edge of that goal line, so it kind of forces a return.
And it's high enough where that ball could bounce back. It's not flat. So you have to take it. You really don't have a choice.
So 1st and 10 from the 26, 20 seconds to go. We'll see if Avon Lake decides to run a play here. Again, they will get the ball after halftime. Right now, everyone is clustered in. I'm going to imagine they're going to just kneel this one out and talk things over in the locker room. Last player runs on. Jack Roa, offensive lineman. And there we go. Now we break. So we are going to get at least one more play. 1st and 10 now for the 26. And we'll get it will be a kneel down rather. Apologies. Not the traditional quarterback kneel. Maybe trying to get something, get someone off sides. But it is not to be. That is going to take us into halftime, folks. You're watching the Keon Sports High School Football Game of the Week. The Strongsville Mustangs, they lead the Avon Lake Shoremen 24-0. Stick around for the Cement Mason Local 404 Union halftime show. We'll be back in a moment.
This week's Keon Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Jenny's Popcorn. You can find their flavors anywhere popcorn is sold, including Giant Eagle and Mark's. Visit them online at jennyspopcorn.com or in person at 38727 Taylor Parkway in North Ridgeville, Ohio. They have everything from butter, cheese, caramel, and everything in between at this popcorn paradise. Tech Corp LLC. From project and product management to sales, direct application, and consulting, they are dedicated to providing their clients with the best experience and service results in the industry. Lally's Handyman Service. From deck and fence building to indoor and outdoor remodeling, Lally's Handyman Service has you covered. Matt and his crew have been out to my home numerous times for a multitude of services and have hit a home run every time. Repair, replace, and remodel with Lally's Handyman Service. Give them a call at 216-789-2047. Climate Tech Inc. For 48 years, family-owned and operated Climate Tech has been the premier company for all HVAC services. For both residential and commercial, they have it covered. They offer free estimates on equipment replacement and 24-hour emergency service. Visit them at climatetech.com. Brian Stang of Helene Kia. Don't miss the boat when it comes to shopping for your next vehicle. Brian Stang, the Kia water skier at Helene Kia in North Olmsted, is ready to help. Brian is a third-generation car guy with over 25 years of experience and knows how to make the car buying process smoother than water in a no-wake zone. With more than 500 new and certified pre-owned cars to choose from, Brian can help you find the right car for your needs, style, and budget. Call Brian Stang, the Kia water skier at Helene Kia, 440-777-1475. And to all you student athletes, coaches, families, and fans, good luck this season and have fun cheering on your favorite team. Lou Grasso Accounting and Tax Services. Your taxes and accounting needs must be handled by the very best, so you can rest easy. You can have that comfort of knowing your money is being handled by the experts with Lou Grasso Accounting and Tax Services. They prepare individual, corporate, nonprofit, and small business tax returns. They also specialize in investment and accounting and managing clients' QuickBooks with over $275 million in assets accounted for. Located in Avon, they prepare your federal, state, and city returns, which includes e-file and direct deposit. Please visit their website at www.lougrassotax.com for more info. Kelly McLean Achievement Center, the premier resource for high school athletes who wish to continue to play in college. They provide a one-on-one consultative approach to help students determine their needs and goals. Visit them online at kellymac.com.
Welcome on in to the Cement Mason Local 4-4 Union halftime show. I'm Dominic Clary, one of your members of our three-member crew here for the Keon Sports Game of the Week. The score is 24-0 in favor of the Strongsville Mustangs as we have some updates across Northeast Ohio. And let's start with some interesting ones here. Let's start down in the Youngstown area. Well, Town Fitch, well, they're losing unexpectedly 17-3 here in the second quarter. As you roll down to Brunswick in Berea Mid Park, the score is 14-14 in the second quarter. Brunswick offense looking hot here to start the season. Brecksville Broadview Heights, a team we're going to see later on, they're beating CVCA 14-0. Off to a hot start is the Battling Bees down there at Brecksville and Broadview Heights. Brookfield is beating Hubbard down there at Mahoning Valley 6-3 in the third quarter as that game started off quick. Buckeyes beating Cloverleaf 6-3 in the second quarter. Kent McKinley is beating Warren G. Harding 7-0 in the second quarter. We have a tie game between Champion and Akron North 6-6 in the second quarter. That game is in. Let's get a little bit more local. Wadsworth always has a strong team, but so does Cleveland Heights. Right now, it is Wadsworth with a 21-6 lead in the second quarter. Columbia leads Independence 14-0 in the second quarter. Copley and Streetsboro 14-7 in favor of Copley in the third quarter as well. Conneaut is beating Coega Heights 14-7. Dover, they are beating Glen Oak 14-7 as that game is now rolling into the third quarter, pardon me. And we have oh no, this is Lutheran West. Did you go to Lutheran West or East? West? Yeah. Lutheran West is losing 34-6 to Elyria Catholic in the second quarter. Medina and Findlay are tied at 7-7 in the second. Firelands is beating Rhodes 14-0 in the second. Let's get a little bit more local. Gilmore Academy is beating Benedictine 14-10 in the third. That looks like it could end up going down to the wire. Grand Valley is beating Brooklyn 14-0. Walsh Jesuit is beating Highland 17-0 in the third quarter. Let's get a few more in here. Rocky River is beating Manchester 14-7. Massillon Perry is beating Canton Central Catholic 7-0. Glenville is losing to Massillon Washington 14-6. Elyria, rough starts this season, 49-0 in the second quarter. As Menor, they're beating Olmsted Falls 17-14. Olmsted Falls always plays their non-conference opponents tough. Midview is beating Westlake 21-14 in the third quarter. In our last few, South Range is beating Padua 14-0. In Shaker Heights, Geneva are tied as Uniontown Lake, they're beating North Ridgeville 14-0. That was tied 0-0 in the first quarter as they rolled into the second. not so fast anymore. As Cardinal Mooney, a team that we're going to see in a few weeks, they are beating Lake Catholic 13-0. That's it for me here for the Cement Mason Local 4-4 Union halftime show. I'm Dominic Clary. We'll get back to the action here shortly after these ads. At Strongsville, they lead Avon Lake 24-0 for the Keon Sports Game of the Week.
This week's Keon Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Earth Flora. EarthFlora.com is the leader in the trade of botanical artificial plants and trees custom made with your vision in mind. Call them today at 440-899-4947 or visit them at www.earthflora.com. Make sure you enter code SAVE5 to save an extra 5% and get free shipping on orders of $100 or more within the inland United States. Chatty's Tavern. Dining out is not the easiest choice these days, but at Chatty's Tavern at 15478 Avon Belden Road in Grafton, it quickly becomes the only choice. It is family run and doesn't take you long to feel like you're one of the family when you're there. Owner Matthew Harlan puts his heart and soul into Chatty's, and that is truly what makes the difference. It's that at-home atmosphere that will make you feel welcome and eager to return. The Cleveland Building and Construction Trades Council provides essential coordination and support to the work of its affiliated local unions in order that, through intertrade solidarity, organized construction workers achieve a powerful voice in government, bargaining, and in their communities. They work to secure the trade jurisdiction and autonomy of their affiliates as the respected arbiter of trade issues, and through that work contribute to the community of employment and economic security of organized construction workers. Established in 1913, the Cleveland Building and Construction Trades Council continues to provide skilled union craftsmanship throughout Northeast Ohio. Village Coffee and Creamery. From the founders of Nancy's Main Street Diner comes Village Coffee and Creamery. They have everything from dessert, lunch items, and coffee to ice cream and every kind of sweet treat you could think of. They are located at 486 Main Street in Grafton. Advanced Diagnostics Auto Care and Maintenance. If you want dealership quality at a fraction of the cost, visit Advanced Diagnostics Auto Care and Maintenance at 23779 Lorraine Road in North Olmsted, and you won't be disappointed. You need a repair shop that you can trust. They know the repair process is all about customer service. How they treat their customers is just as important, if not more important, than the quality of the services they provide. They are always willing to discuss your repair needs before, during, and long after your visit. They treat you like family and won't stop until you're completely satisfied and road ready. B.A. Sweetie Candy Company. The world's most famous candy company is right here in our backyard. They are located at 6770 Brook Park Road in Cleveland, and it is a candy lover's paradise. They have every candy from your childhood, so make sure to visit them today. Traveler's Grill. Under new ownership, Traveler's Grill at 24532 Lorraine Road is doing big business because of their great food and incredible customer service. Pay no attention to the packed parking lot, they've got plenty of room for you, so come on in. Fresh menu, fresh faces, fresh vibe, same great neighborhood spot, just leveled up. Traveler's Grill is at 24532 Lorraine Road and is your premier destination in North Olmsted. Aspen Property Services. If you want your yard to look perfect, leave it up to the pros of Aspen Property Services. Call and ask for details at 720-215-1786. They are the leaders in the landscaping industry and can help with restoration and regular maintenance. Adventure Girl Photography LLC. Ohio Sports Photography, Sports Media Days, Seniors, and Unique Kids Sessions are just a few of the many photo services offered by Stacy Wilson. Don't wait to contact them today to reserve your spot with the talented Stacy Wilson of Adventure Girl Photography LLC. Check them out online or contact her at adventuregirlphotography1021@gmail.com to book your next session. West Side Flea. The West Side Flea will be back in North Olmsted all summer at a brand new location in the south parking lot of the Great Northern Mall. Vendors and food trucks will set up in the parking lot area. They'll have music, kids games, and more in the grass. As always, it is a rain or shine outdoor event. Catalyst Cleanouts and Junk Removal. When life gets overwhelming, you don't have to handle it alone. At Catalyst Cleanouts and Junk Removal, they specialize in projects that feel too big to tackle yourself. From estate and whole home cleanouts to senior transitions, downsizing, boarding situations, garages, basements, barns, businesses, and commercial properties, their experienced team is ready to step in and get the job done. They understand that sometimes they're not just removing things, they're helping families through major life transitions. Locally owned, family operated, proudly serving Northeast Ohio. Catalyst, cleanouts, and junk removal. Overwhelmed? Let them help. Visit catalystcleanouts.com or call 234-525-8896 today. Cleveland Burial and Cremation Company. Pre-planning your funeral should be a natural part of your life because it provides you with the time to make end-of-life decisions. At Cleveland Burial and Cremation Company, they are honored to serve their community during a difficult time and are committed to providing the highest level of care and support to every family they serve. They are proud to be the Cleveland, Akron, and Lorain area's first and most trusted provider of affordable burial and cremation services. For over 36 years, Northeast Ohio hospices, veterans, and their families have turned to Cleveland Burial and Cremation Company. Look them up today at simpleandaffordable.com. Pink Aqua Power Wash. They provide professional exterior cleaning services for homes and businesses, built on reliability, attention to detail, and results you can see. Founded on the values of quality, integrity, and customer care, Pink Aqua Power Wash was built with a simple mission: to provide safe, effective, and affordable cleaning solutions that instantly transform your property. From the moment you contact them to the moment your surfaces shine again, their team is committed to giving you a smooth, friendly, and professional experience. Hungry for a tasty lunch that is unique, delicious, and affordable? Check out Teriyaki Madness in Strongsville, and you will walk away happy and fulfilled. Teriyaki Madness serves delicious chicken teriyaki bowls, plus yakisoba noodles, fresh veggies, and more. With a larger menu and excellent prices, there is truly something for everyone in the family. Swing by today at 17818 Royalton Road in Strongsville to find out for yourself. Gizmo Photography. Looking for contemporary portraits for seniors, families, teens, and tweens? Check out Gizmo Photography. Their goal is to capture those elusive, unfiltered moments. The result is images that make an impression. Contact them at 330-322-9722 or at gizmophoto.net@gmail.com to discuss all your photography needs. Speedy's Grub Shack is the ultimate stop to fill up your tank and stomach all at once. Located all over Northeast Ohio and with a brand new location in Middleburg Heights, they aren't just fast food, they're fresh food. Everything is made in-house and fresh to order. Gyros, hand-battered fried chicken, authentic grilled sandwiches, and much, much more. Come get your fix at the Grub Shack. The John Harnish Team. The John Harnish Team, powered by Society Mortgage, is a specialized residential lending group known for blending high-tech efficiency with a client-first philosophy. Led by Jonathan Harnish, the team focuses on providing accessible home financing solutions for a wide range of borrowers, from first-time buyers to seasoned real estate investors. The team offers a comprehensive suite of loan products designed to fit diverse financial portfolios. Reach out to him today at jharnish@societymortgage.com.
No one likes turning the ball over or getting penalized, and if you want to make sure you don't turn over any money at tax time, then visit Stevens Tax Services. Tom has been trusted with people's finances for years and will make sure you don't cough up any money when going with him. You can learn more at stevenstaxservice.com or give him a call at 440-331-8989 to get help with all your tax and notarization needs.
The Robert Gates Legacy Foundation. This foundation aims to raise money to provide relief to organ transplant recipients. The cost of rejection medications are thousands of dollars per month, and they are needed to keep organ recipients alive. They also provide scholarships in Robert Gates' name and provide financial relief to living donors as they take time off of work for testing, workups, and surgeries, all to save someone's life by giving the gift of life.
The Moose is on the loose at Mickey's. Your local Mickey's is open now for the food and fuel you need to keep your family on moving. Be sure to use your Mickey Mart Rewards card to quickly rack up amazing member-only deals, including free food and beverages. Mickey's is a proud supporter of our local school systems through our Fuel Schools program and excited to team up with Keon Sports to bring you all the finest moments in local sports, information, and entertainment. visit www.mickeythemoose.com. That's mickeythemoose.com to find your location near you.
Already getting offers as a sophomore. 2nd and 10 now. 10
Type
brings.
of rule out here if they're going to pass it, but there is an overhang on the right. They need to be careful.
Brock Sandage, the keeper, up the middle, keeps the legs churning, and he fought for that football. It was nearly ripped out of his hands by the edge rusher there. That was defensive end number 53, Rodney Harris, who nearly ripped that out of the arms of Brock Sandage, and Brock Sandage said, nope, give me that. I'm holding on to this. And reaches that arm towards the plane, broke it, and that's a touchdown and now a lead for the Blue Devils.
Woo, I got chills here, Cole. This is a huge crowd here for Brunswick here tonight, and Brock Sandage gave them something to cheer for. Going in, a lot of people doubted Brunswick. It's an early lead. They have to stay consistent. Anytime this Cleveland Heights team has their talented players, their smart players on the field, they have a chance to win the game. They need to be a little bit more. The adrenaline stops you. They need to get back up to that pace here.
First and goal from the 10-yard line. Davis bouncing it to the outside, and he's going to walk into the end zone untouched, and just like that. 4 plays, 4 runs, all carries for Marquise Davis, a guy who ran for 333 yards last week and 4 touchdowns. Did not have a big first half. It was quiet, and he shows up on the first drive right when the Tigers need him, 10-6.
You know, he gets that edge. There's no one that can catch him. There needs to be someone right in front of him if they want any hopes of stopping Marquise Davis. He has that.
If you're Cleveland Heights, you can use Brunswick's game against them. Still 8 minutes to go, but continue to run the ball, run the clock, and you have an opportunity for a fresh set of downs before making it into the end zone.
Davis slipping through a couple tacklers, keeps the legs churning. Nobody could bring him down. Was touched back around the 8-yard line and just kept dragging defenders. And that's why he's the type of running back prospect we've been. Happened to the green wave on the other end. Here an option, this one going to be a pitch to the outside. Got a block and going to step into the end zone right around the corner. Nice blocking there by the wide receiver, setting that edge and giving some room for number 30, Andre Jenkins, the sophomore, to make his way into the end zone untouched. And also credit to Elijah Gray on that pitch, well timed on the driving once again, looking to get their first win of the season and break that 9-game win streak for Holy Name dating back to 2013. But right now, Holy Name, they need to get a stop here. I know it's early in this game, but things are trending the way of Normandy. And a lot of it's because of Elijah Gray, the quarterback, trying to make a man miss an open field. He does. Past the 15-yard line, slips past the tackler, cuts inside, and he's going to barrel his way into the end zone. I'll tell you what's more slippery than that football tonight, and that is the quarterback, Elijah Gray. Nobody can bring that man down.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I mean, this is one of the most exciting runners of a quarterback that I've seen.
And a reminder that this trip to the Red Zone has been brought to you by Kelly McLean Achievement Center. Visit kelly-mac.com to learn more. 2nd and 2 from the 5. Have to get to the 3-yard line to pick up the first down. Rodriguez on the carry. Looks like he's going to get close and just enough to move the chains. Down at the 2. 1st and goal.
That's nice having that first down marker right there. Now you have 4 golden chances at the 2-yard line to punch one in.
But don't forget, Dom, this is the second time it's happened just like this. They got a fresh set of downs on the 2-yard line earlier in this game. Didn't quite turn out. Got to shake off the cobwebs.
Still running out of the same set from the last 2 plays. They're going to go back to the well with Rodriguez again. And Rodriguez is into the end zone. Touchdown, Holy Name. And this crowd has come back to life after being quiet in the latter stages of the first half. 14-6, an opportunity to make it 7.
That's how you set the tone. That's how you come out of half and show that we're still here, that we're not done yet. This is a tough group, as Ryan Day said in his post-game interview after Notre Dame game. This is a tough team. That's what pardon me, Holy Name is. They proved it right there with that offensive line putting in work and those running backs doing well. That was a good drive.
Here's the hold, looks good, and that kick is up and good. 14-7, one.
Did that. He needed that run. Yeah, he's hobbling, he's hurt, he's in pain. But as soon as he says go, and that ball hits his fingers, the light shining down bright on him, you have 11 hungry invaders trying to get to you, and all he can think of is the task at hand.
Pull back to pass, looking down the field. He's got a man wide open, and he finds him into the open field, and headed for the end zone is number 7, Colin Daskos, the senior, and an opportunity to tie this game up. What a huge play there as Cole kept his eyes down the field, and there was nobody around Daskos.
Hurt ankle, no ankle, doesn't matter. He can throw the ball for 68 yards and the tutty all the way to the crib. Oh, Cole, Brandon, we have an exciting football game between a one-win team and a no-win team, and baby, this crowd's into it. We're into it, the PA announcer screaming there in the PA system. We have an exciting one. I'll tell you what, that's all you want in a football game, a 60-yard touchdown pass, broken coverage. We'll take advantage of it.
This hasn't been the season where either of these teams really have picked up many wins, right? And you know what? We're not going to kick it. We're going to see if we can get it. I don't know. It will depend. If they go to the ground, you'd have to think they're stating that this is 4-down territory now.
I think it was the snap that got messed up last time. We just saw the holder there practicing the hold. I think they're going to kick it if they need to.
Here's a carry up the middle for Dix. They're not going to have to, as he's going to push close to the end zone. He stopped just short. That white wall there of the invaders kept him out of the end zone. But that actually might help Holy Name, because even though they didn't score there, they got a first down, opportunity to kill a little bit more clock if they want to here. Here's the run with the quarterback, and Andrew Cole slips through some tacklers into the end zone. Holy Name, their first lead on the night, 20 unanswered points.
My goodness, just welcome back in, folks, to the Keon Sports High School Football Game of the Week for Week 1. Our opener sees the Strongsville Mustangs traveling into Avon Lake, taking on the Shoremen. It has been all Strongsville so far. They lead this one 24-0, but it is the Shoremen who will get the first crack at it. They will receive the first half kickoff.
It was a rough end to the half for Avon Lake. I had mentioned earlier in the second quarter how Coach Kostelnik wanted to really crack down on those turnovers. 2 already here in the opening half of the season. Something that the Shoremen really have to crack down on the rest of this game, not only the rest of this game, but for the rest of the season as well, if they want to continue to try to flip the script from last year.
Walsh back deep for Avon Lake. Ball is up. That'll be fielded in the end zone for a touchback. So Avon Lake will start at their own 20-yard line. Again, no points on the board so far. As Marvel mentioned, 2 turnovers. Offense has shown up in spurts, but they've yet to really been able to sustain a drive. We'll see if the halftime adjustments can work their magic here. Strongsville looking great so far. Balanced offense, relentless front 7. Give their defensive back some credit as well. They have been in the right place, right time. We saw a pick 6 there to end the first half for the Mustangs. 1st and 10. Tenbrink, 1 receiver out to the left, 3 bunched up to the right. He's going to fake the handoff and keep it himself. Immediately met with resistance. And no, he did get that ball out.
I was just going to say, he handed off that ball and immediately...
He sold the fake well.
He laid a block. If he didn't lay that block, he would have been... The running back would have been tackled at least at the line of scrimmage, if not further back. That's a good job by Tenbrink on that handoff.
Week 1 for everyone, including the broadcast crew. 2nd and 4 from the 26.
Not me. I'm firing on all cylinders tonight, just like the Strongsville defense has with their pass rush and the relentless attack on the run.
Anyway, 2nd and 4. High snap again. This time, handoff doesn't go anywhere. A few times tonight, Tenbrink has really had to get up there for the snap. He's thrown off his timing in a couple instances, given that Strongsville defense an extra half a tick of time to get back and blow up the play in the backfield. That time, they lose a yard, so 3rd and 5 from the 25. In danger of going 3 and out here quickly. Still trailing 24.
Just wanted to give a quick update. Number 55, Andrew Laser, is back on the field for the Shoremen. He was injured earlier in the first half. Looked like he tweaked an ankle, but he's back out there.
Really good to see.
And you have a mug look by the linebackers. They're both right on that center, splitting him. That's called a mug look, and they're all rushing.
Tenbrink gonna get hit immediately, still up on his feet, running, gets the ball out, somehow completes it for a first down. Tenbrink breaks out the magician's robes, escapes, and it's a first down for Avon Lake.
He looked like prime Ben Roethlisberger there. Looks like he's going down, but he's going to stay on his feet. Honestly, it was more like an Eli Manning play in the Super Bowl where he kind of gets swinged around and stays on his feet. Really impressive. He has been impressive despite that pick six we saw in that last possession he was out on that saw them get down big. He has had his moments. He just needs a few more to get this team back in the game.
1st and 10 now from the 33. This time it'll be a handoff again. They're going back to the well with the running game. Again, nowhere to go, though. Maybe picks up a yard. And Drake Rudnicki taking the carry. Sorry, go ahead.
Tenbrink only listed as a quarterback, so it doesn't appear that he plays both ways. But, man, does he love to hit. Every time he hands the ball off, he finds the nearest Mustang and just hits him.
Don't love that, by the way.
Yeah, I don't either, but especially if you're a quarterback, you want to keep yourself protected as much as possible unless, you know, it's a type of play where a block may be necessary.
The young man's a competitor, right?
Yeah,
He's
100%.
trying to get every edge he can. We got 10 games this season. That's what I'm saying if I'm Avon Lake. We got to stay in this puppy for a long time, whether we win or lose this game, and they need him. He's a crucial part to this team's success.
2nd and 9. Tenbrink going to roll out. Quick pass to the right side. That ball is dropped. A little bit low.
A little bit low, but still needs to get caught. He hit him in the chest, fell to the ground. That's a handful of times we've seen that happen. He has to keep his head up. He'll probably owe some push-ups tomorrow for film before they let him go into the film room. But that got to be hauled in because that changes everything when it comes to this 3rd down call that they're going to have to make.
That was Evan Gurley, the intended receiver. Coach patting him on the helmet as he walks off. Subbed out for this 3rd and long. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tenbrink's got it. He's going to look to throw deep. Pressure up the middle. Gets the ball off. Throw is high along the sideline. Incomplete. That'll be 4th down. Punt unit makes its way out for the Shoremen.
Love the pressure Strongsville has thrown. They are not afraid to get a linebacker in the box, in the face of the offensive line, and make them think. Make them make the wrong decision. Pressure that man side. See if that running back can pick up your big, scary linebackers, and they've struggled to do so. Even on the zone side, they've struggled on their rotations of passing men off. Right now, if you're Avon Lake, you're looking every which way to find answers, especially when it comes to, hey, how are we going to pick up this blitz?
Punt is up and away. Going to be fielded right around the 30-yard line. Returner initially cuts up the middle, then back to the outside. Brought down right around the 40-yard line. That was number 2, Colin Tobias, returning that for the Mustangs. And now Strongsville will make their way back out onto the field, led by Jack Kasner. He's had a couple of nice throws tonight. And then, of course, Austin Tadalinsky getting the bulk of the carries, but we did see a touchdown run from Nick Casarelia as well earlier tonight, listed as the backup quarterback, getting some touches in there.
Now, fans, you have opinions. Air them out. Who's the offensive player of the game? By Local 404 Cement Masons Union. We have it listed differently on our list, but we're doing what we did last year. We have Mickey's defensive player of the game, and then Pope Fitness, the lineman player of the game, and player of the game brought to you by Pink Aqua Power Wash. If you have opinions on those, if you have players you want or plays you want, let us know.
Hand off to the strong side to get things started here for the Mustangs. Running back still up on his feet, fighting for every yard he can get. End of the day, he's going to pick up about 4. And Dom, you can blame me for that sponsor mix-up. We'll go ahead and get that fixed.
That's not your mistake.
We'll
It's
contact the
collectively.
sponsorship department and make sure that sheet's corrected going forward.
We'll send a strongly worded email.
2nd and 6. Now for the Mustangs. 2 receivers out to the right side with a tight end. Quarterback's going to roll out to the right, looking, throwing deep down the field. Again, an open receiver out of bounds as he makes the reception. But once again, receivers for Strongsville finding room to operate in the backfield.
Looks like there's a flag on the play about the 35-yard line.
And Strongsville currently walking it back.
Yeah, and if you're Avon Lake, you got to take every single yard you can take in your favor right now. They need something big to happen here if they want to switch momentum.
There appears to be a holding call on Strongsville.
That'll be 2nd and very long for the Mustangs. We've seen, though, they have the ability to make up the ground. 2nd and 16 officially.
I like to call it second down and a country mile. I like that saying.
That works. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 1 back in the backfield with Kasner. Kasner's going to roll out, throw it to the sideline and through the hands of his intended receiver, Colin Tobias. So that will be 3rd and 16 for the Mustangs. Another opportunity for Avon Lake to hopefully get off the field.
I'd throw a pass. I'd throw a rush at them. You don't have the biggest defensive line in the world, but you have skilled linebackers if you're Avon Lake. Have your offensive, they're small, but they're quick. Have them move around, do some different movement up there. Confuse this offensive line.
3rd and 16, and we get movement. It looks like it's going to go against Avon Lake. They'll call that offsides on the Shoremen.
No.
Oh, no, it is going to go against Strong. Avon Lake was motioning as if they were frustrated.
No, immediately, number 7, Thomas Rodkey, just started pointing to the other side. You saw one of the referees shake his head and do the offsides motion there. That was on Strongsville.
Now 3rd and a country mile, as Dom would say. 3rd and 21 from the 29-yard line. Kasner takes it, low snap, but handles it, steps up in the pocket, looking to throw deep. Now going to take off, weaving his way upfield, brought down after a short gain. Not going to be nearly enough for the first. And we will see the punt unit come on for the Mustangs.
All right, few things went your way. Stop them. Maybe hoping you could get a sack there or an incomplete pass. But, hey, we'll take it. That's what you got to be saying if you're Avon Lake. Now, offense, get rolling. Your defense has done enough to keep this game where it is now because it could be out of hand. Get back in this one.
Punt is short and away. Going to bounce on the 40. Take a nice little roll there for Strongsville. Going to be downed right about the 34-yard line. Folks, just a reminder, all turnovers and penalties are brought to you by Stevens Tax Service. Nobody wants penalties at tax time, so turn over your taxes and financial needs to Stevens Tax Service. Tom has been in business for over 15 years, and will make sure you don't fumble your finances. You can learn more at StevensTaxService.com. That's Stevens with a PH, TaxService.com, or give him a call at 440-331-8989.
All right, so something happened there that could have been something down the road, and I'll do a little educational lesson here. Number 24, Marcus Henderson, he was one of the outside gunners for Strongsville. Ball hit his leg, right? And you're thinking, oh, well, they can down the ball, right, and the punt team, so it shouldn't matter. No, that means that ball has some weird rules. That means Avon Lake could have grabbed it, and if they fumbled it, the ball would have been dead immediately. It's a weird rule.
That is an odd one there that I can't say that I have heard of, as we're going to get a handoff to get things going here for the Shoremen, right back at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
I hope that makes sense. So if you're the Strongsville player and the ball hits off of you, I can pick the ball up. And if Marvel is your teammate, he hits the ball out of my arm. That's not a fumble because wherever you pick it up is where it's now downed at. It is a really weird role that not a lot of football players know at this level. I mean, a lot of coaches probably don't even know it too. I'm sure a lot of the head coaches here and some of their top assistants know it, but if you just start coaching football, you may not know it. It's a weird role.
Year number 8 for me, the first time I'm hearing of it. 2nd and 10 for the Shoremen. High snap again. Handoff right up the middle. Again, met with resistance. Strongsville not letting anything through.
Despite the scoreboard, I want to give credit to Avon Lake's defense, though. Aside from those first 2 drives, they've really stepped up. Those first 2 drives, they were letting Strongsville really air the ball out. Their secondary was getting deep on basically what seemed to be every single pass play. On that last Strongsville drive, on the holding play, they had nobody open downfield. Quarterback had a clean pocket. He stepped up. He was able to move around a little bit, but he had nothing downfield to really go to. And there was basically a throwaway, tried to get a deep downfield pass, but nothing there.
3rd and 9. 10 brings steps up in the pocket, launches it deep into double coverage. Too much on it, but we have a flag. Looks like it'll be pass interference against Strongsville. They can't believe it. That ball was well overthrown, but they're going to say that Perry got grabbed. Big break there for Avon Lake, as that'll be a 15-yard penalty and a first down.
Yeah, that's a correct call. Shoulder pad was turned. Maybe the ball was too far, but it's hard to tell if he would have had a chance because he was being pulled the entire way down the field. One thing to note, Chris Goulding has not been in the game here for a few plays, was taken out on defense, isn't standing by a coach. Don't know if he's going to get back in or not, but if they want to get back in this ball game, he's someone that's going to be crucial for them. Wonder if he tweaks something or if they just want to get some guys other looks while the score is looking the way it is.
We'll keep an eye on that. 6:16 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 now from their own 45-yard line. Couple of penalties have helped the Shoremen move the ball along. We're going to spread things out. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, one back in the backfield with Dawson Tenbrink. And someone jumped. And it looks like it's going to go against Strongsville. Got a little too overzealous there. So a 5-yard penalty. We'll set up 1st and 5 now. We're right at the 50. Again, this defense is chomping at the bit. A lot of success so far tonight, especially clogging up the middle of the field. Tenbrink, to his credit, has faced some very tough pressure. Taking a couple sacks, but a couple times been able to slip out of it and make a play, or at least survive to the next one. Now we're set. 1st and 5 from the 50. Tenbrink, ready for it. He's going to fake the handoff. Pressure coming from his blind side. Sneaks out of it, though. Still up on his feet. Has to take off and tackled for a short loss. It's going to go down as a sack. A little bit hesitant there. Wasn't sure if he wanted to try to uncork one or take off with the ball. And at the end, Strongsville's able to catch up with him after he initially escapes the pressure. It's going to be 2nd and 7. And a personal foul on Strongsville. So the penalty starting to creep up on Strongsville. This was an issue they were having towards the end of last season as well, given the aggressive style of play that they had, which was kind of their calling card, so you don't really want to necessarily coach that out of them. But, and again, you got a 24-point lead to play with here, but you don't want to start letting the Shoremen back in.
No, yeah, this aggressive style of play, the mentality is good to have, but, you know, maybe the mistakes today might get you by Avon Lake. Will it get you by Menor? Will it get you by Brunswick? Those are the questions that need to be answered later down on the road in the GCC.
1st and 10 from the 36. It's going to be a handoff again. Up the weak side this time, picks up 1. We've seen them go to the run game a lot more in the second half. They were really hesitant to kind of run the ball early, but they're seeing something they want to exploit. They haven't really been able to get too much out of it so far, though. 2nd and 9.
I think it's less of they see something they want to exploit, more of trying to figure out how to get it going. right? If you can't get your run game started in week 1, you're worried how, next 9 weeks, how's it going to work out for you? That'd be my concern. And Chris Godling is back in the game, by the way. He's been in for a handful of plays, I do believe.
Now under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, 2nd and 9. Ten Brink gonna fake the handoff, but the play is blown dead. Had an open receiver in the middle of the field. Avon Lake seems upset. Let's see what the call is. And that is illegal procedure on Avon Lake. So now trading penalties. Again, first week for everybody.
Yeah, and this is where you're going to see it the most, here at the high school level especially. College you will, NFL you shouldn't, because they're the only ones that have preseason games. But when it comes to high school, a lot of these kids are playing, haven't played for a while. A lot of these kids, this is the first time under the bright lights. And I'll tell you what, as someone that went through that as a junior a decade ago, it can be scary. So a lot of these players, they have the training wheels on, and they need to come off quick.
2nd and 14. Ten Brink going to throw it deep up the middle of the field in a tight window, nearly picked off again. Got to be careful there. He's got the arm strength to get it there, but a few times he's put the ball in danger. Obviously bit him the once where Strongsville had the pick 6 to end the first half. He's not afraid, I'll give him that.
George Mazurnik again getting his hands on that ball, looking for a second pick of the day. Had that pick 6 to end the first half with the one-handed snag. It was an incredible play by Mazurnik. Was looking for another one there, but couldn't quite haul it in.
3rd and 14. Long way to go for Avon Lake. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Ten Brink, he's got it. Pressure immediately. Gets the ball off, but brought down at the 40, short of the original line of scrimmage. Looked like almost a screen protection there, Dom. It looked either that or that line folded immediately.
It wasn't their fault. They were outmanned. So you typically have a 4-man rush. They had 6 coming at them. There's only 5 of them. Not much you can do. There were some times where you're told, so you have that mug look, right? So you're going to have your tackle on the end on both sides, guard on tackle, guard on tackle. That leaves the center to do what we called at Baltimore the pizza technique, where that center's going to drop quick, and he has to pick and choose who he thinks is going to be the bigger threat. Quarterback has to use that ball almost like a blocking method, get it out quick, just not able to deliver there.
Play blown dead before the 4th down play gets off. We're going to get a timeout on the field. And Strongsville calls the timeout, so we'll get a quick break here. A little bit of momentum for Avon Lake with the, again, the help of some penalties, but one of their own putting them again behind the sticks. And it's so much harder to get this offense started when you're at 1st and 15 rather than 1st and 10, especially when you've struggled to get anything going consistently.
Yeah, this is, I've been in games like this, and especially in high school, where you just want to get the ball on the field, where you're able to move the ball at moments and get to the positive side of the field. But boy, are they folding around the 40 and 30 yard line. I don't know if they've been in the red zone quite yet. It's right in this territories where they just lose all momentum. The play calls are there, the offensive line, they get movement at times and decent pass protection when they're in winning opportunities. And you have a quarterback in Ten Brink that's putting the ball in the right spots. It's just their fortune just isn't going in the right direction at times. And it's right here, right when they hit the 40, where they seem to kind of fold.
4th and 14. Big down for Avon Lake. Ten Brink throws it deep down the right side of the field. Open touchdown. Don't close the door yet, folks. Avon Lake's offense comes alive and puts up 6.
Luke Alia had space there in that press coverage, found room and went down quick on that route there on the streak. Right down the sideline. Impressive how he was able to create space, but impressive as well as how Ten Brink has not folded. He stayed the pocket strong. He stood tall. Exactly what you want from your junior quarterback, who's not had the best day today, but he's made up for that pick 6 so far. Now defense, what can you do? Here's the third quarter rolls to an end. Get us back in this game. Offense finally showing up. Defense, hold strong. We're here. We're finally here.
Kyle Anderson will attempt the point after. Ball is up. And the kick is good. So the first time tonight, the Shoremen get themselves on the board. 3:34 to go in quarter number 3. They still trailed the Strongsville Mustangs 24-7. Now keep in mind, it was 17-0 before that pick 6. Really, since that first touchdown Strongsville's had, the offense has not been able to do much.
No, they
Avon
really
Lake has bared down. Go ahead, Brandon. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they really haven't. As I mentioned a little bit earlier in the quarter, Avon Lake secondaries really picked up and had in-game progression, and that's something you love to see, especially in week 1. When you can fix your mistakes mid-game or in the halftime locker room, or I'd say they even did it in between drives. Because like you said, aside from that first touchdown drive, their offense, Strongsville's that is, hasn't really had a whole lot of momentum. Their defense has been holding strong all night long. This is the first time they've kind of folded it all a little bit on that deep ball for the touchdown for Avon Lake. But it's the defense for Avon Lake that's keeping them in this game.
We still only had one true trip to the red zone, but that, I guess, run through the red zone. Brought to you by the Kelly McLean Achievement Center. Avon Lake crowd coming alive. Finally with something to cheer for here.
Some big plays so far in this game. What do you think is the play of the game so far? Pink Aqua Power Wash play of the game. Put your votes down below. We've already seen this few of your comments when it comes to defensive player of the game. And boy, he might be the contender of it. If you wonder who that is, look in the comments. Put your vote down below.
Thank you, Tom. That kick is up and away and through the back of the end zone.
Also, one thing I want to add, make sure you like and subscribe our YouTube page.
Yes.
Your likes, your subscribes keep us going, and it's a reason why we can do what we can do and upload the way we do every week and continue making these broadcasts as good as they are, with the production continue to increase every single season, with a better camera this year, a better board last year, a new computer this year, and it goes on and on. More headsets. It allows us to do what we do. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you will. And hey, tomorrow there'll be more videos uploaded.
Absolutely.
If you like highlights, oh boy, we have a treat for you because we have some really good ones. And guess what? We have 2 game of the weeks next week.
That was the thing. Yeah, you didn't even brought that up. Your guys' support is the reason we can do 2 broadcasts a week. A couple of these weeks now, is Strongsville going to hand off right up the gut to get things going here. No gain on the play for Austin Tadalinsky. Yeah, so the first time this year, you've seen it, folks. The schedule release weeks 2, 3, and 6, I do believe. All doubleheaders.
Yeah.
All excellent games. Next week, a massive one, as we have both Pine Richland and Avon, which me and Brandon Marvel will be on the call there. And then we've also got Olmsted Falls at Brunswick. And a low snap. Back takes it, though. Moves his way up, picks up maybe 3 yards there. Really nowhere to go.
And another thing, if this is not the only content that comes from these games, will be an article post-game. So if your son, brother, relative scores today and you want that in print, just like the old newspaper days, we have that for you. We have a writer who has done a wonderful job so far writing for us. Kaylee Minch has done phenomenal. She's listening right now, or watching, I should say, writing up the article as we speak. So make sure to read that as well, as she does great work for us. And she'll be with us all season doing these write-ups at home for the Keon Sports Game of the Week.
3rd and 7 now for Strongsville. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Kasner rolling back, throws off the back foot, complete, but a huge tackle in the open field. Saves the drive for Avon Lake.
That's Christian Alisea again. I shouted him out earlier in the first half. He was on back-to-back run plays, was in the backfield almost immediately, stopping the run. And here he is again, sniffing out that screen pass. As soon as that ball is caught, he was all over the ball carrier.
And that's what you want from your linebacker. You see those hats going down the field, you need to follow. Where's going to be the receiver? Well, it's a slip screen, pursues, delivers. Oh, and a fumble.
A muffed punt, and it looks like Strongsville might have gotten that back. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah,
and Avon Lake hangs on. Nearly a disaster for Avon Lake as the momentum just shifted in their direction. Again, able to get a touchdown on their last drive and then force a 3 and out on a huge tackle.
You hear that?
And we got a penalty as well against Strongsville.
And it's half the distance to the goal line as well. They're going to be sitting pretty right now. And we have a cramp as well at the 50-yard line. We called it. Seems to be okay. They're stretching them out. I had a cramp in the middle of the night last night, and it startled me. It had me having nightmares.
And that was just laying in bed.
Yeah,
Imagine being out there playing in this heat right now.
Well,
There's a reason you're up here now.
yeah, I can't do that. I can't play.
And we love you for it.
I couldn't even play in college, really. So the reason why I'm up
still
here.
played more than either of us did.
2 great possessions against Capital.
I had 2 carries as a fullback my 5th grade year.
That's hilarious.
There you go.
I was so you do player rate. The offensive line, you do ratings each week. I was the highest rated player that week. Yeah, I did 2 possessions. We ran to the right every time. All I did was go down the linebacker and shove him a little bit. Not that hard.
That means you did your job better than anybody else that day, Don.
Yeah, well, I also had less opportunity to mess up.
Did you check the Pro Football Focus numbers for you that week, Tom?
Yeah, they're high.
It's a good average.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's. I wonder if they would do for me what they would do for Myles Garrett and make up stats.
All right. Relax over there, TJ Watt.
It's nothing he's not used to. Yeah.
And we're going to punt again. I do apologize. That just forced him back. I did think Avon Lake.
Oh, that's a high
That's
snap.
a high snap nearly out of the
And
back.
he's going to run. Sorry.
You're okay. Can't get out of there. That's a safety. Avon Lake crawling back into this one.
I got so excited I started announcing over
That's
you.
okay.
My apologies. I won't do that again, I'm sure of it. But boy, oh boy. He could have easily just tried to punt it again, but instead he stuttered, stepped, and ran. If you're Avon Lake, oh, the boat horn is here, right off the shore of Lake Erie. Marvel, if you're Avon Lake, you got to be smiling like a butcher's dog thinking you can get back in this ball game.
Yeah, that play breathes life right back into the Shoremen. We had that 4th down touchdown pass to end the last Shoreman offensive drive, and now defense, quick 3 and out, get a penalty on the punt. They make him repunt, and a high snap picks up a safety. This is just a 2-possession game, guys. This game is not over yet, and the Shoremen have a chance to make it a 1-possession game on this next drive.
And again, even in a tough year, we saw this resilience game after game from them. I believe it was the Berea Mid-Park game last year. They were down big in that one, able to climb back in. And this one, down 24-0. Now back to a 2-possession contest, 24-9, minute 19 left in the 3rd quarter. They get the safety and they get the ball back.
And again, for those that may not know, on a safety, it's a free kick. It's not a kickoff off of a tee.
It's a punt. It's really weird. Again, football does not make sense.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
weird
why we're
sport.
here, Tom.
It's a really weird sport.
That's why we're here, to get you through it. We're all in this together, guys.
Now it looks like it is just a kickoff,
Yeah,
but
he
it's
is gonna
from
kick this.
quite a ways back from where a typical kickoff would be, so definitely a returnable ball for Walsh. Back deep for the Shoremen.
You say that, but they do have Vinny Roncone back there.
This is true. If he could kick this ball 80 yards, I honestly wouldn't be too surprised.
So kickoff after the safety now. Ball is booted, a little bit lower, fielded at the 20. Returners up to the 30 now, cuts back inside to the 40. Still on his feet, hits a couple of bodies, still moving, and forward progress will bring him down right about the 41-yard line.
We have more and more candidates here for the Pink Aqua Power Wash play of the game. If you think that might be the play of the game here at the end here when we get closer to it, depending what happens these next few possessions. No. If you're not going to put that as your vote, I might. So make sure you vote if you disagree with me so you can see your play of the game featured here at the end of the game.
Not just play of the game, but again, we got lineman of the game brought to you by Pope Fitness. We got defensive player of the game brought to you by Mickey's. Offensive player of the game brought to you by Local 404 Cement Masons Union. Plenty of opportunities to make your voice heard, and we do take all of that into account, guys, so let us know.
Don Pope is here somewhere, and I'm looking for him. I can't find him, though.
He's not a hard man to find. 1st and 10 now from the 41. Plays blown dead. Before we get going, looks like it's going to go against Strongsville.
And
Again,
they have
penalties.
made a
Yes.
lot of mistakes. I'm really looking for Don Pope. I really hope he's here somewhere. The world's strongest man. Well, I don't know if he's the world's strongest man, but he competed in the world's strongest
He's
man.
one of them.
He's one of the world's strongest men.
Listen, if you could pull a fire truck, yeah, I think you should be up for that.
Say top 1%.
Ugh. Maybe if that.
1st and 5. So we reset. Again, penalties really starting to bite the Strongsville Mustangs. Tim Brink going to fake the handoff, throw it up the middle of the field. Wide open receiver. He might get caught. No, he's in. Touchdown, Shoremen. Avon Lake roaring back as Chris Golding hauls in the score.
That's 56 yards. And boy, he almost got hawked from behind, but he kept rumbling, he kept stumbling, he kept bumbling into the end zone. Avon Lake, a few big plays, you're back in the game. That's exactly what you want from your team. That's exactly what you want from your Shoremen. Do not give up. Do not stop fighting. Create opportunities, and they have done that, and they've done that in droves. As these last few possessions on offense and defense have gone exactly the way they planned. We have a ball game here at week 1, gentlemen.
We were minutes away from breaking out the blowout material. And now all of a sudden, Avon Lake kicks the ball up and good for the extra point. They are right back in this one. 1 minute, 2 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Strongsville 24, Avon Lake 16.
Well, I mentioned how they could make it a one-possession game potentially, and it took them 2 plays. One counted because the other one was a neutral zone infraction on the Mustangs. But what a play right there. Chris Golding created separation almost immediately across the middle of the field. Ten Brink found him, and he was off to the races. And as Dom said, he almost got hawked down, but he kept the wheels turning and found pay dirt.
Getting ready to reset now. Strongsville really not been able to do much on offense since early in the second quarter. Got to get a sustained possession here. Lead now only 8. At one point, not so long ago, they were up by 24.
And mind you, all 16 of the Shoremen's points have come in the third quarter, which is impressive. But can they continue that into the fourth?
Again, that safety goes a long way as well, because now they would only need to convert 1 2-point conversion to tie this if they were to score again. Kyle Anderson gets ready to kick off. Ball is booted up, fielded just outside of the end zone. Returner now to the 20, still up on his feet, picks up some momentum, brought down right around the 29.
Now it's Strongsville's time to respond to adversity. We've seen Avon Lake do it, down 24 at halftime, and in less than a full quarter, made it a one-possession ball game. Now Strongsville backs against the wall. All the momentum's gone for your side. How do you regain it? How do you get that offense back in some sort of flow and some sort of momentum? Maybe slow this game down a little bit. Take some time off the clock. Let's see how they can respond.
57 seconds left here in the third quarter. 1st and 10. They're going to put it at the 30. Kasner going to hand it off. Back bounces to the outside. Nowhere to go. Flag on the field, though.
And you'd imagine it's going to be holding here, trying to get that reach block, not able to hold it because when that defensive end goes in, those hands go with him and the tug on the jersey will appear.
Yeah, they're going to get that on 84 Omar Kolak. He definitely got a little too much. He's trying to protect the ball carry and still really couldn't because there was another Shoreman ready to stop the play. But now they're pushed back even farther.
Strongsville played such a clean first half, penalty-wise. But they are just letting Avon Lake back into this one. 1st and 20 now from the 20-yard line. Kasner going to throw, pressure coming, gets the ball out, and that's intercepted!
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness.
I know where my vote's going.
That's Jacob Perry. He made that first down catch big in the first quarter that didn't lead to anything else for Avon Lake's offense, but that is an all-out Superman diving interception made by Jacob Perry to give the Shoremen possession back of the football with still 37 ticks left on the third quarter clock. Oh my goodness.
Wow. So Jacob Perry with the diving interception. Strongsville falling apart at the seams. All the momentum in the world on the side of the Shoremen. 37 seconds left in the third quarter. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. 1st and 10 from the 40 of Strongsville. Tim Brink throws again. Sideline extended. Dives forward. Touchdown Avon Lake. You gotta be kidding. Mason Brown with the reception. I have never seen a swing like this in my life.
All right, so right now, if you're Avon Lake, you gotta speak the Spanish and say calma, calma, calma. You gotta relax, gotta calm down, because right now you're down by 2. A field goal, an extra point, pardon me, don't do you nothing. You need to get the 2, and you tie the ball game, and your efforts will be rewarded. For the meantime, remember, this is a strong Strongsville team. Right now, Avon Lake's a more mentally tough team, but do not let Strongsville get momentum. Right now, you can let Strongsville say, hey, we still have the lead. We still have the advantage. Right now, Avon Lake, you can even that out. You have to get the advantage here, and that's by tying the ball game up, because there is nothing more demeaning than going into the third quarter with a 24-0 lead and seeing 24-24 on both sides. You got to score here.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. Ten Brink was just discussing something with the referee. They have a tight formation now, going for 2. Ten Brink going to roll out, looking to throw, gets the ball off back in the end zone and overthrows his man. However, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Strongsville 24, Avon Lake 22. Avon Lake was dead to rights, what, 5 minutes ago in game time?
I don't even know what the clip right now for the play of the week or play of the game. I'm baffled. I don't know who the player of the game will be. Usually we have these answers for the most part settled. I'm befuzzled, as one could say.
Befuzzled. That's a good word.
I may have made a word up. I think I made it up.
You might have. We're going to roll with it.
But it's the type of game where you lose your train of thought. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better week 1 right now. In Avon Lake, they have delivered in this third quarter.
Go ahead, Marvel.
I was just going to say, some may use the Merriam-Webster dictionary. We don't. We just make words up as we go to describe how insane some of these games can be.
We use the Vince McKee dictionary.
Speaking of befuzzled, the Strongsville coaching staff got to find a way to calm down this team. We've seen this offense be able to operate. Something happened, though. Whatever, it was an Avon Lake adjustment or Strongsville getting a little too comfortable with that lead. I'm not sure what it was. You still got the personnel. Find a way to relax. You have the lead. Sustain a drive here and let that Avon Lake offense cool off. Kickoff is up. Going to be fielded at the 5-yard line. Returner cutting his way back to the middle of the field. There's 2 Shoremen there to meet him, and they bring him down before he can get to the 15. Avon Lake is feeling it right now. You can see the energy on the sideline. Players running on the field. The crowd getting into it. Can Strongsville quiet the noise and hold on to this lead? They'll have 24 seconds of game time left before they'll get a break to talk it over as we get ready to head into the fourth quarter.
All right. Who do you want? Who do you need? Need a player to step up right now, right? Tuttlewski, you made some plays. Got to make a few more. You got to change momentum. This is a game where they need you, young man. This is a game where they need the momentum to change back after dominating. Jack Keisner, you played good. Not good enough. Got to make a difference right now, because right now your 24-point lead is now just 2, and it's withering away quick.
First and 10 from the 15, power I. Be a handoff up the gut. Running back able to break through this time. A little bit of room to operate. Pick up about, let's say, 8 yards on the play there is Tudolinski. Again, you mentioned him. If you get a sustained drive going where we can chip away, eat some clock, gain some yards, keep the ball out of harm's way, that might be the key. That'll do it, though, folks, for the third quarter. You're watching the Keon Sports High School Football Game of the Week. Avon Lake 22, Strongsville 24. We'll be right back.
This week's Keon Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Dairy King. Located at 30487 Lorraine Road in North Olmsted, it's been a staple of Westside ice cream lovers for more years than we can count. From frozen treats to soft-serve delights, Dairy King is your first choice for ice cream fun. Maxim Lacrosse. Maxim Lacrosse will demand players embody the game by giving and receiving respect and understanding that character counts.
Some type of rule out here if they're going to pass it, but there is an overhang on the right. They need to be careful.
Roxandich, the keeper, up the middle, keeps the legs churning, and he fought for that football. It was nearly ripped out of his hands by the edge rusher there. That was defensive end number 53, Rodney Harris, who nearly ripped that out of the arms of Roxandich, and Roxandich said, nope, give me that.
Welcome back, folks. Start of the fourth quarter. Keon Sports High School Football Game of the Week. 2nd and 2 for Strongsville. They're going to go up the middle again. Running back breaks free. A little bit of space to operate. Brought down at the 35. That's 2 solid runs in a row for Austin Tatalinski. This is exactly what Strongsville needs. They hold a 2-point lead. If you're just joining us, folks, Strongsville led 24-0 in the third quarter, but Avon Lake has stormed back a safety, an interception, 2 long touchdown passes. Things have just all clicked suddenly for the Shoremen, as it looks like Strongsville is going to take a timeout here. But Strongsville, again, their offense has kind of stalled out since the beginning of that second quarter. They did get another touchdown, courtesy of a pick 6 at the end of the second. Since then, though, a couple of 3-and-outs, a lot of penalties have hurt them as well, really on both sides of the ball. And credit to Avon Lake. I mean, we talk about the mental toughness of this team. We see it year after year after year. And they are ready to fight, man. At no point have they given up. And like I said, it is a 2-point contest. 1 quarter to play.
And this was a big question to Coach Kostelnik I had for him before the game. Was last year they had those 4 losses all by 1 possession last year to Strongsville, just by 1 point. How do you flip that script? How do you have it to where you come out on the winning end of those games and not on the losing end? And he mentioned those turnovers. 2 turnovers in the first half by the Shoremen, none here in the second half. If they continue to protect the ball, this offense could really get into a good rhythm.
1st and 10 from the 35. Avon Lake crowd getting loud. Power I formation for the Mustangs. Take the snap. Gonna do play action, deep pass down the middle, open receiver. Can he hit him in stride? And the pass is broken up. Great defense there by the Shoremen.
I like that play call, too, by Strongsville. Hit him with 2 big runs to start this drive and get him in that I formation again. Hit him with a play action, got a receiver open deep. Ball just didn't have enough underneath it to catch the receiver in stride, and a great pass breakup by the Shoreman defensive back.
And again, when Strongsville had success in that first half, it was courtesy of these deep routes by the receivers. They were able to get past the defensive backs of Avon Lake. Again, they've done a good job adjusting for that, but nearly giving up a touchdown there. Just not quite on the money. If they would have hit him in stride, again, it would have been a very tough throw. Could have had 6 more there. This time it will be a handoff to Tatalinski, who's going to get brought down after a gain of 2. Dragged into the backfield after the fact. Forward progress will give him a couple yards. And it'll be 3rd and long now for the Mustangs. Gotta convert.
That was big Jonah Kamai meeting Austin Tedelinsky. Tedelinsky, very good at breaking off tackles, evading defenders, but it's going to be hard to evade 6'3", 291.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it. 3rd and 8 now from the 37. We're going to spread things out once more. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Avon Lake nearly jumps, and they're going to say they did. Now going to be 3rd and short for Strongsville. A break for the Mustangs.
And that was Christian Alisea got a little too excited. He's had great game today. Little blip right there in the radar, but still 3rd down. Could still get a stop and get this defense off the field.
So 3rd and 3. Strongsville trying to stay on the field for a while here. Quiet this crowd down. Under 11 minutes to go. Avon Lake showing pressure again, now backing off. And it's going to be a handoff to Tadalinsky, who nearly gets there, but it looks like he's a yard short. We'll see where they mark it. It is very close.
Looks like it's about a half a yard short.
And yeah, if that's the mark they're going with, he's short. It's going to be 4th and about a yard for the Mustangs. Offense still out there as of now. Couple substitutions, but offensive unit still on the field. 4th and 1 from the 44-yard line. Huge play here for Strongsville. Back to the power I.
This is where games are won and lost here. Give 2 fullbacks in, Brandon.
It's going to be a handoff, and he doesn't get there. Tadalinsky stuffed short. Turnover on downs. Strongsville cannot believe it. 2 attempts from short yardage from Tadalinsky. They cannot convert.
And despite the 2 fullback set, Avon Lake was in the backfield immediately, making contact with Tedelinsky, slowing him down, allowing the other Shoremen defenders to get up to that line to gain and stop him short.
So Avon Lake, trailing 2, will start with the ball in Strongsville territory. Their offense has been clicking on all cylinders as of late. Ten Brink is set. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right with a tight end. Ten Brink calls for it. He's going to hand it off up the gut. A little bit of room to operate, moves up the right side, picks up about 4 on the play. Not something we've seen a ton of tonight from Avon Lake. Have not gotten a lot of production off of these power runs, but Drake Rudnicki able to pick up a couple there. They're going to give him about a gain of 3. Clock continues to run.
No reason to rush here, no reason to panic. But hey, feel free to have a deep shot here. They've worked out for you past few drives, but no need to have a quick tempo. Run your offense, run it well, see what you can get here in the margins.
3 receivers now out to the left side, 1 to the right, 1 back in the backfield with Ten Brink, as he is going to hand it off again to that strong side. Not as much room this time. Maybe picks up a yard. Looks like they're going to say he just got back to the original line of scrimmage.
He's averaging about 1 yard a carry. Not what you want in your rushing attack on day 1.
Well, again, stout running defenses on both sides of the ball, which we're not surprised about. I mean, we talked about the linebacking cores for both of these teams in the pregame. It feels like it's going to be a matter of who kind of breaks first at this point. 3rd and 7, though. Will Avon Lake finally fizzle out? Same set, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ten Brink gonna throw this time. Has time, pressure starting to come though, escapes the pocket, gonna tuck it and run it himself, and goes down after a gain of 2. That's gonna set up 4th and about 5.
Man, he is hard to track down. He is quick. and he has a really good pocket presence. This young man has a bright future, I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely. We've seen him have to get out of there several times tonight. Pressure has been pretty relentless from the Strongsville front. It's kept them in this game. 4th and 5. Offense still on the field for the Shoremen. They're confident that their defense can hold if they need to.
They got to get this snap off. 5 seconds on the play clock.
Running out of time. Tenbrink gets it off in time, though. Looking to throw. Middle of the field. Into traffic. Nearly intercepted. There was about 5 Strongsville Mustangs in the area there. He was looking for Mason Brown. Felt like a scripted pass, but no good there for Avon. They will turn the ball over on down. Strongsville will now take back over with a 2-point lead and 7:37 to go in the 4th quarter. Folks, make sure you stick around for the Cement Mason Local 404 Union post-game show. Be with myself and Brandon Marvel. Dom will have to go down and give out some hardware, some t-shirts to our various players of the game. Again, Mickey's defensive player of the game. Local 404 Cement Mason Union offensive player of the game. Lineman of the game from Pope Fitness. And of course, the play of the game from Pink Aqua Power Wash will all be announced in that post-game show. 1st and 10 from the 39. Kasner gonna hand it off. Room to work on that weak side as they're gonna run for a 1st down. That was Austin Tadalinsky on the carry. A few times then it feels like he had a little bit of open field to work with when he got the handoff. Saw him get a couple good runs off last drive as well.
This is going to test Avon Lake's defense as well. Despite the barrage of scoring Avon Lake had in the 3rd quarter, they scored quickly. So the defense did not really have a big break on that sideline to catch their breath, to really kind of regather themselves on the sideline. So they're probably running a little low on gas right now. Just got to stand tall.
2nd and 6, but we got a penalty. It looks like it's going to go against Strongsville. We're going to, still some discussion. Let's see. Anyway, likely a 5-yard penalty, one direction or the other.
Yeah, the tight end Nick LeBon for Strongsville was, I don't know if it was in motion or he was supposed to pull block on the play, but he kind of threw his hands up. So that body language makes me think this was not supposed to be a motion play and that was a pull block. We'll see what the call is.
And they're going to call that an Avon Lake encroachment. And you can hear the crowd not thrilled with that one.
Coach Kostelnik and defensive back Andrew Good want an explanation from the referees on why that wasn't an illegal shift.
Yeah, not happy there. Understandably so. 2nd and very short now. 2nd and 1 for the Mustangs. Kasner takes it, shotgun, handoff. Up the middle, Tadalinsky for the 1st down. Picks up 4 on the play. Brings them into Strongsville's side of the field. Just a reminder, folks, all trips to the red zone tonight brought to you by the Kelly McLean Achievement Center. Again, we haven't operated much in the red zone this evening, fellas. Lots of explosive plays leading to scoring on both sides of the ball.
And both teams have been so spread out in their attack. I don't even know who the award player of the game if either team wins here.
A lot of good options. So again, get your votes in while you got time. We cut that off with about 2 minutes to go. We'll start tallying up the votes. 1st and 10 now, gonna throw on the bootleg. Receiver open, catches it, brought down at the 45. For a gain of 3. That was Ethan Wolf, the sophomore, on the reception. First time calling his name tonight for the Mustangs. 2nd and 7. Clock continues to roll. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this game. Shoremen still with 3 timeouts. Strongsville with 2. Shotgun formation. Gasner ready, looking to throw, has time, deep throw, left side of the field, open receiver, just over top again. We've seen that multiple times tonight. Kasner getting receivers open, just not quite able to put it on target.
And right now, Avon Lake, this is where the game is won or lost. That's on third down on defense. Get a stop, and you're going to give your offense the best look they're going to get with the most amount of time to get back into this ball game. You got to give them this opportunity here. You cannot let Strongsville convert. They're unbalanced on top of your screen. They do not have a cornerback out there in coverage, just a safety. Let's see if a linebacker drops out, and he will.
3rd and 7, they're going to roll out to that left side, fakes the throw, gets it off, nearly intercepted by Avon Lake, but either way, that's 4th down.
Golding has to make that play. He's an impressive player on both sides of the ball, and at this level, it is hard. At D2 level, you don't see too many young men playing both sides of the ball. We leave that to D3 and beyond, but he is a player you expect to make those plays. Even as a sophomore, not able to make it. He's made one huge play today, needed another from him. If they want to win this game, he's going to have to do it here on offense.
Let's see now, punt unit is out for the Mustangs. Going to try to pin Avon Lake deep. And they have not had a lot of luck operating deep out of their own territory tonight. And play is blown dead as that ball is snapped. And false start against Strongsville, so that'll push them back. Penalties continue to pile up for the Mustangs. We'll try that again.
Every little yard, all the little yards here add up here for Avon Lake. We saw how that benefited them earlier on a punt. It's only 5 yards, but 5 yards, again, it's the margins in football. It's the difference between winning and losing. It's just not even a yard, but half an inch at times. Right now, those 5 yards can be all the difference for both these squads here at week 1.
We saw that last drive from Strongsville where Tedelinsky was about inches short of the first down marker that turned the ball over. Avon Lake wasn't able to convert, but to your point, every little yard counts.
Punt is up and away. Turner going to call for the fair catch. Good idea. A couple gunners make their way around him, but going to get this thing started just short of the 20-yard line for Avon Lake. Still trailing 2. They got 5 minutes, 39 seconds, and 3 touchdowns to work with.
Now, we've seen a lot of the scoring drives from Avon Lake come quickly. And I mean, I'm talking within 30 seconds to a minute. This is a time where I'd love to see them put together a little bit more of a methodical drive, whether that ends in 3 or if it ends in 6, because either one puts you ahead of the Mustangs. Take some time off that clock. Don't give them a lot of time to come back and regain the lead if you can score here.
Yeah, I agree with you. Take some time off the clock. You've got a capable senior kicker in Kyle Anderson as well. Put him in position to win this one. 1st and 10, they're going to mark it at the 16. 10 Brink calls for it. He's going to fake the handoff, immediately met with pressure, not going to be able to escape this time. Tried stepping up in the pocket. The Mustangs, though, they were ready. That's going to be a sack for Strongsville.
Jonathan Ware and Darvell Penson both there immediately. Jonathan Ware was the one that was able to finish off the sack for the Mustangs. Great play by both edges.
And that's what you want from those edge spots. We see in the NFL and college how crucial those spots are in high school. I mean, it's just the same. If you can bend the hula hoop and get around, that's a drill that they do at this level. And here we go with that mug look. 2-3 techniques, a mug on the center. They've struggled blocking this all day.
7 and 16. They're going to get the ball off, but kind of just has to lob it up and get the ball out of danger. Just like you said, Dom, pressure came right away for 10 Brink.
So right now, I wouldn't even be worried about picking up that first down because a punt here is going to put you at a disadvantage because you can see the Strongsville kicking game. You got to pick up half here. You need to pick up anywhere from 5 to 10 yards here, make this a little bit closer. You have 16 to the line of gain. You need to cut that in half to give your team a winning chance. Don't try to get it all at once, but if you punt, that might be the last time you see the ball even with 3 timeouts. But again, a field goal won't take you out of it completely, but It might. Might give you a little time to do something with it.
3rd and 16. 4:52 remaining in this one. Avon Lake trailing by 2. They're going to fake the handoff. Tembrink immediately facing pressure, tries to get the ball off on a screen. That's going to get knocked down at the line. 4th and 16. They're going to be snapping this ball from the 10-yard line on the punt. Dangerous position. We saw what happened to Strongsville back here earlier. We'll see if the Mustang special teams can come up with some similar magic.
And this is the phase of the game not a lot of people think about, really. I mean, you mentioned it, as Pete. The last time Strongsville was in this situation, it was a high snap, ended up in a safety, and then a 2-play scoring drive by Avon Lake followed. He's got to have a clean snap here, and for Strongsville, got to get a clean recovery.
And the kick is going to be up and away. Field is just past the 50. That's off his hands and picked up by Avon Lake. Shoremen take possession.
You gotta be kidding me, Brandon. It just continues.
Can I say right on cue?
Wow. This is the most perplexing game we have covered for the Keon Sports Game of the Week since we started this on a Zoom recorder. What, almost a decade ago?
It's incredible. All 3 phases for Strongsville, all of a sudden, are showing warts everywhere. Again, it was the punt earlier that resulted in the safety. They have had no issues fielding punts all night. And just off the hands of the returner, no one gets on top of it. And Avon Lake gets the ball in Strongsville territory.
And credit to the Shoremen punter. A lot of the punts today for the Shoremen early in the first half, they were not very deep, kind of had the returner had to come up for it. This one had him backtracking about 10 yards before he muffed it.
1st and 10, going to be a handoff up the gut, nowhere to go, loss of a yard, maybe 2. 4 minutes, 25 seconds to go.
That punter on that is Kyle Anderson. Want to properly give him credit.
And Anderson having a good day today. So, look, yeah, call that a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 now. Avon Lake still trailing by 2. At one point, down 24-0. Momentum has swung wildly in favor of the Shoremen. Tenbrink, ready for it, gonna throw, has time, down the right side of the field, and incomplete. And we have a Shoremen player down on that play. Like Mason Brown was the intended receiver. While they tend to him, though, let's go ahead and take a short break, folks. We will be right back.
Some type of rule out here if they're going to pass it, but there is an overhang on the right. They need to be careful.
Roxandich, the keeper, up the middle, keeps the legs churning, and he fought for that football. It was nearly ripped out of his hands by the edge rusher there. That was defensive end number 53, Rodney Harris, who nearly ripped that out of the arms of Roxandich, and Roxandich said, nope, give me that. I'm holding on to this. And reaches that arm towards the plane, broke it, and that's a touchdown and now a lead for the Blue Devils.
Woo, I got chills here, Cole. This is a huge crowd here for Brunswick here tonight, and Roxandich gave them something to cheer for. Going in, a lot of people doubted Brunswick. It's an early lead. They have to stay consistent. Anytime this Cleveland Heights team has their talented players, their smart players on the field, they have a chance to win the game. They need to be a little bit more. The adrenaline stops you. They need to get back up to that pace here.
1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Davis bouncing it to the outside, and he's going to walk into the end zone untouched, and just like that. 4 plays, 4 runs, all carries for Marquise Davis, a guy who ran for 333 yards last week and 4 touchdowns. Did not have a big first half. It was quiet, and he shows up on the first drive right when the Tigers need him, 10-6.
You know, he gets that edge. There's no one that can catch him. There needs to be someone right in front of him if they want any hopes of stopping Marquise Davis.
Welcome back, folks. The Keon Sports High School Football Game of the Week. nearing its conclusion. We've got a good one. Avon Lake trailing 22-24 to Strongsville. 3rd and 12 now for the Shoremen. Tenbrink takes the snap, but the play will be blown dead. And they're going to say encroachment on Strongsville. So another penalty for the Mustangs. Just a 5-yarder here. That takes it from 3rd and 12 to 3rd and 7. Opens up your playbook a little bit more.
Much more manageable down and distance for you. Rather than behind the original line of scrimmage, you're now 3 yards ahead of it. Like you said, SP, opening up the playbook gives you a lot more opportunities. You don't just really got to go deep. You can kind of give a little comeback route, something like that, or a little slant that gets you open over the middle of the field to pick up those few yards falling forward.
And you got to imagine they would go for it on 4th here as well. So 2 plays to get 7 yards. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tenbrink calls out to his line. He's ready now. He's going to drop back to throw. Pressure coming. Throws it, though, up the middle of the field into danger. And nearly picked off, but falls incomplete. It'll be 4th and 7 now for the Shoremen. They are running out of time if they want to complete this comeback.
Here's the good news. You have 3 timeouts. You're in plus territory. So there is a chance for you to get the ball back. Here's the bad news. This is the only level of football where there is no 2-minute timeout or 2-minute warning. So when you run out of those timeouts, you're done. You're kaput. You got to figure it out. So this is a huge play. Pick up the chains or hope your defense can get one more stop, and they've been able to do it all second half.
4th and 7 from Strongsville's 38, and they are going to punt this away. They're going to try to pin the Mustangs back deep. Let's see, that's going to go straight up in the air. Where is this going to come down? Very short. That's going to get picked up at the 30, right around where the first down marker was.
It was about a 7-yard punt right there. We saw the great punt last time from Anderson. That one right there, not how you want to see it.
Still not the worst position they could have been in. Strongsville gets the ball back with the lead. 3 minutes, 6 seconds to go. Again, Avon Lake with all 3 timeouts. Folks, want to remind you again, make sure you stick around for the Cement Mason Local 404 post-game show as we will hand out all of our awards from this evening. And also, make sure you are checking out KeyOnSports.com later tonight for game recaps all across Northeast Ohio high school football. Week 1 is a big one.
A first down's going to end it here, Brandon.
1st and 10. They're going to hand it off. Back works his way up the weak side. Still up on his feet. Eventually brought down after, let's call it a game of 3. Giving it back now to Caracellia.
Avon Lake was playing with about 10 guys up until 2 seconds before the snap went off. Thomas Rodke was sprinting off the sideline trying to get into the play, and he ended up chasing him down from behind still.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it keeps paying off for him. 2nd and 7. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Strongsville letting this clock run. They are in 0 hurry. Still 8 seconds on the play clock.
If you're not going to call a timeout, why be in a rush?
And they're going to run it now to the strong side. Caracelli once again picks up a couple. Now going to be 3rd down, about 5.
Yeah, and timeout called here. They're hoping for another stop here. They're going to have about 2:10 to play with.
Strongsville going to keep the ball on the ground. Of course, we've seen that run game show up exactly when they needed it to. Say the 4th quarter, they've really kind of been able to open up the middle of the field, or where it's been clogged kind of all day, where Avon Lake's been holding strong. That defensive line getting a little bit tired. Like you mentioned earlier, they were on the field for a while the offense was going out and scoring, getting on that hot streak. They've been able to take advantage of that, slow it down just enough. Again, you don't have to score if you're Strongsville. You just got to hold on to the ball and get out of here with a win, which, again, you will absolutely take right now. It's obviously going to be some tough conversations after giving up a 24-point lead, 24-0, but still, victory is within reach for the Mustangs.
And Avon Lake has been incredible on 3rd down defensively this half. They just need one more big stop from their defense here.
3rd and 4.
Biggest moment of the game right here, gentlemen.
Kasner's ready, takes the low snap, rolling out, pressure coming from behind him, gets the ball off, caught, but it looks like he's out of bounds.
And it's an incomplete pass as well. They waved him off.
So it'll now be 4th and 4 for the Mustangs.
And good news for the Shoremen, only 5 ticks came off the clock on that play. So it wasn't a long developing play, it was a quick play. Wound up with the incomplete pass. And they got to get a good return here on this punt. Good coverage here.
Yeah, you're not going to have much of a pass or much of a punt rush here. You're going to send a few to keep the punter honest. Everyone else is going to go back and try to cause some lanes to open up here. If you can make it to at least the 40, you have a chance here. You can't go backwards, and you can't fumble. A fair catch keeps you in it.
Snap is back. The ball is up. Gets it off, nearly blocked, fielded at the 30. Returner now makes his way around to the 35 and brought down. Big hit there by Strongsville. That was Will Toloco with the tackle. So decent amount of field that they're going to have to make up here, but all things considered, after turning the ball over on downs, you only had to burn 1 timeout, and you still have 2 minutes to work with. I'd call that a win for Avon Lake.
And you're probably about 30 yards-ish away from field goal range where you might be comfortable. We've seen Anderson's leg on kickoffs. He's got a good one. But how comfortable are you with him out there kicking field goals? 40, 45-yard range is what I'm thinking for your absolute long. But you want a little more than that if you're Avon Lake.
Here we go now. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 33. One more opportunity to finish the comeback. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Tenbrink calls for it, going to throw, staying in the pocket, now weaves his way out. He's going to tuck and run. Got a little bit of room to work, got the first down, slides for a gain of 12. So good pickup there on 1st down for Avon Lake. That's going to stop the clock while they move the chains.
It's a great job by Tenbrink. As soon as he took off, he looked towards the sideline, looked for that marker, found it, and as soon as he knew he passed it, he slid, knew the clock would stop for just a moment, just to protect that football as well.
Under 2 minutes.
Only one high safety. You could blow the top off on this defense on the outside. Look at the bottom of your screen at Golding.
Strongsville sends pressure. It's going to be a quick hitch route to the outside receiver, fighting his way to try to get out of bounds. It doesn't look like he got there.
He did not. They're going to keep that rolling.
So Avon Lake rushes back. Going to be 2nd down and 4. Again, still 2 timeouts in the back pocket for Avon Lake. They got to hurry up here. Call still coming in from the sideline. Tenbrink now ready, calling out to his offensive line. Ticking under a minute now. Tenbrink has it. Another quick throw to same side. This time looks like he does get out of bounds.
No, they're going to... he signaled that they're going to keep it rolling. I'm not sure, though.
Well, either way, the chains do move, so that buys a little bit of time for Avon Lake. Another 1st down. They're into Strongsville territory. Calls coming in, and the clock does start again. Under 50 seconds to go.
They still have 2 timeouts to play with here, now down to 45 seconds.
Tenbrink ready for it. Shotgun, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Got a call for it. Tenbrink's got it. Pressure coming up the middle. Hauls it deep downfield. Are they going to get a flag? A lot of contact, but no call. Is that whole play there? Tenbrink throwing the ball as he was getting hit. The receiver stumbled as both him and the defensive back were jockeying for the ball. No call there, but the clock does stop. 2nd and 10 for Avon Lake.
Now, every completion you have, everything got to be positive. Right now, only Avon Lake knows where the field goal range is here. You have to imagine they want to get to that 20-yard line. They're really only going to have 2 to 3 plays unless they get quick hitters out of bounds.
It's the best the offense has looked this quarter.
Again, 1 high safety. You could blow the top off the defense. Godling in the bottom of your screen.
2nd and 10. Tenbrink, pressure coming. Has to try to escape, and he's brought down in the backfield. Huge sack for the Mustangs.
That's a huge play by the defensive front of the Strongsville Mustangs, sending the pressure, getting to Ten Brink and not letting him get away or get the ball out of his hands.
Time out for Avon Lake. Massive play there for Strongsville.
They've made a living on that mug look. They've done a living on their linebackers, penetrating the backfield and making a play when needed. And it happened once again thanks to Nathan Rodek, who's been good at that linebacker spot all game long.
That's going to push them back to their own 42-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 24 when they come back. Obvious go-for-it situation. 30 seconds, 1 timeout, down 2. Avon Lake at one point down 24-0 to Strongsville. They stormed back in the 3rd quarter, putting up score after score, interception, safety, 2 deep touchdown passes. Strongsville, though, give them credit, have settled back down, giving themselves an opportunity to hang on and win this one. Does Avon Lake have one more left in them? Referee blows his whistle. 3rd and 24. Avon Lake crowd getting loud. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Ten Brink stepping back, has time, but he's dragged down. The pocket collapses at the last second. They gotta burn another timeout.
And who was that? Was that number 82, I do believe, or 62?
It's got to be 82. Alexander Kleppy got in there for the Mustangs for another big sack.
Strongsville's defensive line stepping up when they've needed it. It's really been their strength all game. And given Ten Brink credit, he's been able to escape it for the most part. But again, those legs start to get tired as week 1 can only escape those situations so many times. The offensive line is getting tired as well. Starting to catch up to him. It's going to be 4th and 33. We can't call this over. We've seen some crazy things in this week 1 matchup.
And Avon Lake, they've been living and dying by the deep ball today. They're 4th and 33 to go. They're going to need another one of those deep balls to connect here just to keep them in this game with just 24 ticks left on the clock and no timeouts remaining.
And here we go. Avon Lake faithful making their voices heard. 4th and 33. One more chance for the Shoremen. Ten Brink facing pressure again, steps up, throws it deep down the middle of the field, into coverage, intercepted. And that will do it, folks. The Strongsville defense stepping up when they were needed the most. There is a flag on the field. It is backed by Avon Lake.
Wow.
Roughing the passer. Avon Lake gets another shot at it.
Staying alive with 16 seconds left in the ball game.
Wow. Just when you thought it was over, folks. Weren't going to let you off that easy, right? We're going down to the wire in Avon Lake.
And not only does this give Avon Lake that 15 more yards towards field goal range, it gives them a new set of downs. But if you don't get first downs, or if you do get first downs and stay in bounds, you got to get up to the line quickly. And if you don't get out of bounds, you just have to get up to the line quickly. That clock's going to continue to run. You don't have any timeouts left to spare.
Odds still stacked against them, but they will not go down without a fight.
They have
First and
fresh
10.
downs here as well.
Yes.
Wow.
From the 47, 17 seconds to go, no timeouts. For Avon Lake, at least. Strongsville has some, and they're going to use one. That's not fair, man. Keep the momentum going. This is fun. Although, honestly, smart timeout by Strongsville. Get a look at what Avon Lake's showing you. You just thought you had the game won. It feels like every time Strongsville goes to get that momentum back, something happens, a penalty, a big play, a mental lapse. As you mentioned, regardless of the result, Avon Lake has been the stronger mental team today. Strongsville still with the advantage. This has been incredible, guys.
It has been. Let's talk a little strategy here. So you can go for the sideline quick hitters, see if you can get close for a possible Hail Mary. Another option you can do, see if you can hit something deep down the middle, right? They're going in the middle of the field. You can rush, spike it. You're either going to be in field goal position or you're going to be in Hail Mary position. Either or, I would opt for going in the middle of the field if there's too high, but they've been playing with one high safety. So that means the sidelines are going to be more wide open. Right now, it appears there's going to be too high.
So we will reset. Just a reminder, 1st and 10 from their own 47. 17 seconds to go. Down 22-24. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Does Ten Brink have one more in him? Takes the snap. Pressure coming. Gets it off. Up the middle of the field. Into coverage. Intercepted. And if there are no flags on the field, it does appear that'll do it. Strongsville will hold on. Despite all the momentum shifting back to Avon Lake, Strongsville finds a way to get it done. And they are 1 victory formation away from a week 1 victory, their 2nd in a row against Avon Lake.
Now, Strongsville will come out on top in this one. But like you said earlier, there's going to be some tough conversations in that locker room. Yes, they came out with a win. But I don't think that locker room is going to be as excited as you think it might be, despite going 1-0 to start the year. They had a 24-0 lead going into the break, 24-22 coming into the 4th. Credit to the Mustangs for hanging on and not losing full composure as the clocks hit 000 and the Mustangs come out on top.
And that will do it for our week 1 game of the week. And what a game it was, folks. But in the end, it is Strongsville coming away with a 24-22 victory over Avon Lake. We are going to take a quick break, but when we come back, it's the Cement Mason Local 404 Union post-game show, and we've got some awards to give out, and we've got some tough conversations to have in a very short period of time to determine who is going to walk away with these. So we'll be back in just a moment, folks.
Some type of rule out here if they're going to pass it, but there is an overhang on the right. They need to be careful.
Roxandich, the keeper, up the middle, keeps the legs churning, and he fought for that football. It was nearly ripped out of his hands by the edge rusher there. That was defensive end number 53, Rodney Harris, who nearly ripped that out of the arms of Roxandich, and Roxandich said, nope, give me that. I'm holding on to this. And reaches that arm towards the plane, broke it, and that's a touchdown and now a lead for the Blue Devils.
Woo, I got chills here, Cole. This is a huge crowd here for Brunswick here tonight, and Roxandich gave them something to cheer for. Going in, a lot of people doubted Brunswick. It's an early lead. They have to stay consistent. Anytime this Cleveland Heights team has their talented players, their smart players on the field, they have a chance to win the game. They need to be a little bit more. The adrenaline stops you. They need to get back up to that pace here.
1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Davis bouncing it to the outside, and he's going to walk into the end zone untouched.
This week's Key On Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by
Nancy's Main Street Diner. They only prepare your meals with the freshest ingredients. The dishes are made to order as they never use heat lamps, and they take no shortcuts whatsoever. They're located at 426 Main Street in Grafton, Ohio. Nancy's Main Street Diner is your choice for all 3 daily meals. Stephanie Keisel of the Easy Sales Team. They are the #1 team in the state of Ohio in units for the last 10 years. We think that speaks volumes for their expertise and experience. From home buying to home selling, they've got you covered. They are in the top 25 real estate teams among all brokerages in the United States. Call Stephanie today to get started at 216-916-7778 or email her at stephanie@ezsalesteam.com.
Brian Stang of Helene Kia. Don't miss the boat when it comes to shopping for your next vehicle. Brian Stang, the Kia water skier at Helene Kia in North Olmsted, is ready to help. Brian is a third-generation car guy with over 25 years of experience and knows how to make the car buying process smoother than water in a no-wake zone. With more than 500 new and certified pre-owned cars to choose from, Brian can help you find the right car for your needs, style, and budget. Call Brian Stang, the Kia water skier at Helene Kia, 440-777-1475. And to all you student athletes, coaches, families, and fans, good luck this season and have fun cheering on your favorite team.
It is more than just lifting weights. It is your start to a better life. Don Pope is one of the world's strongest men, and at his gym, located at 33789 Center Ridge in North Ridgeville, has everything you need to start a better life of fitness and overall health. Find out more about them today at popefitnessgym.com.
Riley's Irish Bakery, the absolute best bakery and comfort food selection you will find on the west side of town. Located in the heart of Fairview, this incredible family-run business is your first, last, and only stop for the best eats. At Riley's Irish Bakery, they use the freshest ingredients to create classic Irish baked goods and savories. They are located at 22570 Lorraine Road in Fairview. MG Sports Massage. Located at 20350 Center Ridge Road in Rocky River, MG Sports Massage specializes in sports and deep tissue massage, providing expert care from highly trained massage therapists in a professional massage spa setting. They provide personalized sports and therapeutic massages tailored to your needs. As experienced sports massage therapists, they have worked with athletes of all levels, from professional to high school players. Book your appointment today and experience the difference at MG Sports Massage.
Crossroads Elite Gymnastics Academy. They offer recreational and competitive gymnastics and events in the city of Strongsville. You can visit them in person at 14767 Pearl Road in Strongsville. This instructional program is designed to allow children of all skill levels to develop strength, coordination, and self-confidence through all aspects of gymnastics skill training in a positive and fun environment. Classes are offered in 1 to 2 hour time slots per week based on the class. Ages toddler through high school.
D&N Party Rentals. They are open and ready for your business. They have white peak tents, white chairs, in round rectangle, and cocktail tables for rent. They have added select white letter marquees, lights, and fans. Contact them for options at 330-388-8607.
Folks, hopefully you've all got a chance to catch your breath and welcome in to the Cement Mason Local 404 Union postgame show. I'm Brandon Soder. I'm joined by Brandon Marvel. Folks, what a week one. Typically, out of conference schedules, we get some clunkers of a game. We get some feeling out. We get lots of weird things. This has been the most exciting week one we've had here in a very long time. From the beginning, it looked like it was going to be all Strongsville. Of course, you do see they came away with the win 24-22. They went up early. It seemed like Avon Lake's offense could not get anything going. They were shut out in the first half. It was 24-0 early in the third quarter. Then all of a sudden, started the comeback for Avon Lake. They get one touchdown. They force a 3-and-out and a safety on a high snap on a punt. Then an interception. The very next defensive possession. 3 offensive drives in a row able to put up touchdowns. However, Strongsville, to their credit, able to recover and did just enough, albeit they tried, to let Avon Lake come back in this one with penalties and all kinds of other craziness. But at the end, an interception seals the deal. Strongsville walks away their second victory in a row against Avon Lake in the opener.
Marvel, getting ready to toss it to you because we have some hardware to hand out. But any thoughts from you on the game before we let you all know who is going to be winning some fun stuff tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much summed it up, but again, this was an absolute incredible game. Avon Lake showed their resilience early on this season here in week 1, and we know that any Avon Lake team led by Matt Kostelnik at head coach is going to have resilience, and they're not just going to lay down and roll over no matter what that scoreboard reads. And here it showed, and it showed in a big way. Down 24-0 at halftime. You mentioned all the big plays, put up 22 points in that first quarter. Weren't able to get it done in the end. Weren't able to get anything really rolling offensively in that fourth quarter. Again, credit to Strongsville's defense, their front seven especially, getting a lot of pressure. Ten Brink early in the game was able to escape and evade tacklers and rushers, but that fourth quarter, they made it really hard on him. That offensive line was wearing down. Ten Brink was running out a little bit of gas on his legs, and man, Strongsville made it difficult for him to get out of any kind of pressure. So, I mean, credit to both squads. They both showed incredible plays, incredible moments offensively, defensively, and on special teams. I mean, this was a three-faceted game through and through. And again, most exciting week 1 since I've covered high school sports that I've had, and I know it's right up there with you too.
Absolutely. Again, this is year 8 of me calling games. I want to say it's like 10 or 11 in general, and definitely going to be one that will be in the memory banks for a very, very long time. And as a reminder, guys, if you did not catch the whole game, this will be up on YouTube the second we are done here, so you can relive the entire game whenever you would like. But it's time for the moment everyone has been waiting for. Brandon Marvel, we have some hardware to give away. Let us start with the offensive player of the game, brought to you by the local 404 Cement Masons Union. Who is walking away with the honor today?
Tonight, your local 404 Cement Masons Union is going to be none other than Austin Tedelinski, the running back for the Strongsville Mustangs. Now, we didn't have any of those crazy breakaway plays that we saw last year that he's got very much the potential to have. But early in that fourth quarter, right after Strongsville made it a 2-point game, they handed the ball to Tedelinski. He picked up an 8-yard gain, then a 12-yard gain. Little by little, he was slowing the game down for the Mustangs, really making sure they had enough time behind them to go ahead and put this game away.
All right, now how about on the defensive side of the ball? I have a feeling I know where this one is going, but our defensive player of the game brought to you by Mickey Mart.
Your Mickey Mart defensive player of the game is Strongsville linebacker, number 4, George Mazurnik. This game is not one without him. He had multiple pass breakups in the first half, a couple in the second half as well. But the biggest thing he did today was a one-handed, bring it into the chest, sprint down the sideline, pick 6 to close out that first half to put Strongsville up 24-0. Without George Mazurnik, this game looks completely different.
100%, because Strongsville did not score on offense after the second quarter. So
No.
absolutely massive, and a great play on top of that. Anticipation pick. It wasn't even a bad throw necessarily from Ten Brink. 2 more things. We're going to move on to Dom's favorite award, the Pope Fitness Lineman of the Game. Who made the biggest difference today?
Your Pope Fitness Lineman of the Game, and yes, this is a great new award. Pope Fitness, a new sponsor, or not a new sponsor, but someone that's decided they want to be a little bit bigger in the sponsor game. Don Pope down there giving out a T-shirt with Dom Clary. He's going to none other than Alexander Kleppe, the defensive end for the Strongsville Mustangs. Made arguably one of the biggest plays of the game today as well. Late in that fourth quarter on that final drive for Avon Lake, he came in with a big sack to put them at 4th and 33. It was a great job by Kleppe and a great job again all around by that front 7 for the Mustangs.
All right, and last but not least, and folks, you can see this play on our social media later tonight once our very own Dom Clary is done handing out his T-shirts, and we can get that uploaded for you. The play of the game brought to you by Pink Aqua Power Wash. I have a feeling I know where this one's going too.
Yeah, I mentioned it a little bit already, but George Mazurnik.
Yep.
End of the first half, Avon Lake starting to get towards their side of the field where they could get into plus territory and put some points on the board. Right around midfield, one-handed interception on the sideline, and he took off running. And he beat everybody down the sideline. No one could catch him. Put more points on the board for Strongsville and made it a 24-0 game.
Well, congratulations to all of our winners. And congratulations to the Strongsville Mustangs gutting out a win 24-22 over the Avon Lake Shoremen in week 1. Want to take a moment to thank Dom Clary and Brandon Marvel, our entire crew here. Thank you to Avon Lake for hosting us once again. Folks, again, could not ask for a better week 1. And week 2, we're just going to keep the ball rolling. We got Pine Richland and Avon. We've got Olmsted Falls at Brunswick. So make sure you are tuning in. Take a look at both of those streams. They will both be available on our YouTube page. But that's going to do it for us, folks. For Brandon Marvel, for Dom Clary, I'm Brandon Soder.